1 p.m. from the studio in St. Pete. What a life.
In a minute.
Dude, I was talking to my wife last night, and I said, dude, like a 3-hour show at 1 o'clock in the studio feels like a walk in the park after getting up early and doing hours on end at the golf course, and ultimately our broadcast on Walk-Ons, which was a lot of fun at Walk-Ons. Dude, I realized so you're gonna get a couple notes in the first couple minutes that show you I'm a dick. But the first one, it was hours and hours later, and I had a couple beverages and I had food. Never in a million years would assume that was like taken care of or anything. So I'm sitting there and I realized I just walked out on my tab. I just walked out on my tab completely. So I felt so bad. I immediately called Mike O, and I was like, hey, please put me in contact with the folks at Walk-Ons. I feel terrible. And they were really, really nice, but I still felt like a douchebag.
And you brought up a big tab, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't know about a big tab.
How many drinks do you have?
I had 2. I just had 2.
Oh, that's not bad, though.
I did. They were Casamigos, but I had 2 Casamigos and a little wrap.
You shared with Corey, so technically Corey's on the
that is true.
hook for some of that.
That is true, but I felt so bad. It was more, I knew they were probably going to be like, don't worry about it, we got it. But I felt more bad about the fact that I didn't tip the bartenders who, were there taking care of us.
As you're driving in your Bronco, windows down and everything.
It took me much longer than that. It took me hours and hours later. It was like into the evening, and I just remember going, damn, I don't think I paid that tab. I don't think I paid that tab before I left there. This is Senning Show. Thank you for being here. The first time you're going to be able to watch at least this version of the program in a minute. You can do that on YouTube, 1025 The Bone. I haven't heard any reports on the stream. Let's hope it's strong. You can call us, 800-771-1025, and hit us up on social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. There's a little bit of beef in the air, which always makes the radio world come alive. There's something about this type of radio that anytime there's a little bit of confrontation, it just people tingle inside. We are going to talk about it. I'll play a couple clips and possibly maybe even have the other half of the beef join us on the phone sometime around 2 o'clock. But it is just funny this format of radio, like fighting and beefing with each other, like just the boners that people get when there's any beef in the air. And this one, I told you before we got going, and we're not going to dig in too much right now because I want to save it for 2. There's just not, like, from a character perspective, like, I don't think that the fighters in the fight really hate each other that much.
No.
So, I don't want to say that I'm going to be a modern day Donald Trump and bring peace to the Middle East.
Oh, look at you.
But as the Kumbaya kid, it is built into my DNA to make sure that everybody loves everybody. And who knows? It'll go one direction before we get out of here today. I guess there was nobody to bring it up yet on the air, so I'll go ahead and bring it up before somebody else can bring it up and bury me for it. I went to the wrong location for the Down to Bowl event on Saturday.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you went to the one you usually go to, obviously, right?
There is no, like, I'm going to say words, but there is actually there's no excuse for what I did, because I think even that morning, because I had reshared Drew's original post, and I think even on that post it said, hey, we're moving to the Veterans location this year. There's less lanes, so go ahead and get your lanes now. I remember reading that. But I get in the car, I just start driving, and my mind was like, Down to Bowl. This is where that happens. So I drive to the Midtown, and I wish there would have been a hidden camera on me, because as much as I knew it, it was like I couldn't accept it. Yeah. Because I pull up to the wrong location and I go, oh man, they didn't put the Bone vehicle out front. I'm like, damn, these promo kids are really slipping these days. And then I walk inside, and normally there's people greeting you. There's the place where everybody takes pictures. There's obviously the raffle table. And I walk in and I'm like, I don't see any of the stuff. Like, damn, it must have not sold very well this year. We must only have a certain part of the lane. So I'm walking up and down the lanes, like, looking for everybody. Spoiler alert, they weren't there. And at that exact moment, I looked down, and it was Birdie, Drew's Birdie, and she said, hey, Drew wanted me to text you to make sure you're okay. Yeah. And I'm like, I had to call her. I'm like, I'm sitting inside the Midtown the Pin Chasers as we speak. But hell of a day, beautiful day. So many great people that we get to meet and greet with. And Jacob 2 times, obviously, in the house.
I didn't get to see him.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I think I asked him. I think I asked him if you saw him, and I do believe he did say no. So
Yeah,
I felt bad because I did get there late. I was like an hour into it, and then there's so many people, like everybody you want to be able to say hi to, and you start working your way down the lanes, and I'm working my way to like the 3 or 4 lanes down, and then here comes Caleb and Jacob, and I go, "Oh, are you guys just getting here?" And they're like, "No, we're leaving." So I got a chance to pretty much say goodbye, but tons of great people. I mean, I think over $33,000 raised for the Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay. I missed him too. I missed Mike Calta, missed Galvin.
Oh, you did?
Well, I passed Calta in the parking lot. He was pulling out, and then I got a chance to chat for a second, but. Yeah, that was an L. I took an L on that day. It could have been worse, I suppose.
Our boy chasing the place there.
Oh, dude, the star of the freaking show.
Yeah.
It was so crazy because I walked in and like I just remember people were trying to talk to me, and you were like, "I got to show you somewhere. I want to show you who's here." And I remember looking, and it was like my mind didn't register what exactly was happening. But man, chasing the place. He said it was his physical therapy for the day to come out and walk the lanes and say hi to everybody, and just so damn good to see him and his girlfriend Ashley. And the man's fighting. I think he's got a better idea of what's ahead for him, and hopefully sooner than later he can say that he kicked cancer's ass, and he'll be back in the mix with us here.
He seemed in good spirits. I told you I hugged him way too hard. I regret that. And they were asking me where you were, and they're like, because like we're trying to leave in the next 5 minutes.
Oh God, I'm like holding him up.
Yeah, and I didn't want to ruin it for you to be like, Chase is here.
Because you text me. You did text me, and you were like, "Hey, are you coming?" or "Where are you?" or something. And I think at that point, when I said 5 minutes out, I'm pretty sure I meant 5 minutes out from the wrong location.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because we were looking at it was like 10 minutes later. They're kind of looking at me like, he'll be here soon. I'm sorry.
God,
he'll be here soon.
Yeah, I was never been like I'm late guy all the time, but I toe the line and I try not to. And I feel like over the past maybe 5 years, I've become just more responsible. Like I used to lose my keys, lose my wallet, almost said the S word, lose stuff all the time.
Sunglasses.
All of that. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better. And what happened on Saturday was a little bit of the old me. And then I did lose my brand new sunglasses as well. No word on those? They didn't come around after I left? No. I think one of the listeners took it. They're like, that's what I just told Joe, is I feel like somebody got themselves a little Senning artifact. Yeah. Because one thing I still do lose to this day is my sunglasses. So I have a website where I buy them and they're fairly cheap. I think I had worn them 2 times because I had the same exact pair, lost them, got them back. And then even when I walked into Pin Chasers on Saturday, I thought, why do you have these on you? You don't need these. You're inside now. And sometime within mere moments, oh God, I thought I got it. I thought I got an angry text. Within mere moments, I realized they were gone. And I asked all the staff. They were looking. I checked lost and founds. I looked on the floor, and they were completely gone. So. Are you ever sunglasses inside guy? Like wear them inside? Yeah, like maybe you're a little, like for me, if I'm really sauced up. I was going to say, I was going to say in the right circumstance where I really need to hide my eyes, there's a chance you'll catch me with them at night or at least inside, which I was not sauced up. I will say it's all for the kids, $33,000. But also should be noted, there was a little bit of Rumple Minze floating around. Oh, yeah. I was very surprised. I forget how bad Rumple Minze tastes. And it's like, it doesn't faze you at all. And every time I take a shot with you and whoever else we do it with, everyone's making a face but you. Yeah. And you're just leisure guy kicking your feet up after, like, that was great, guys. I think his name's Bobby. He's the man. He always comes out, and he's always around. And he comes up to me, like, shortly after I got there, and he goes, "Hey, man," he goes, "let's do a Jaeger bomb." And I don't know what it is. I went through a Jaeger bomb phase of life, and it was a dark phase. It was a phase that I choose not to go back to. So when he said Jaeger bomb, I just felt like I needed to retort with the most aggressive liquor that I could think of. Yeah. And I said, not doing a Jaeger bomb, but how about some Rumple Minze? And then that did. I also said it thinking there was no chance in hell they were going to have it at the bowling alley. Oh, why not? Isn't that like one of the cheapest ones? I don't know. The place, I've told you about it before. We actually went there on Friday night. The Flamingo, which is considered the oldest bar in St. Pete. Dive of the dives, and I mean that in the best way possible. Is that where you started smoking cigarettes again? Yes, one of the spots I started smoking cigarettes. And they told us that they had to stop carrying Rumple Minze because Rumple Minze, and I mean no disrespect to the people that love Rumple Minze, there's a direct connection between Rumple Minze and people that might have a drinking problem. Like, I think people that drink all day long, a lot of them. Like, I used to work with a dude back in the day, and his go-to was beer and Rumple Minze. Like it was like he with every beer he'd chase it with the Rumple Minze. So they actually told me, they said it became such a problem, and we were trying to find ways to have less fights, that we had to
tone down the Rumple Minze service.
We no longer serve Rumple Minze. So some places avoid it because nobody buys it.
Yeah.
Other places avoid it because everybody buys it.
I just don't get the appeal because it tastes like Colgate. Actually,
I
being
like
digested.
that though. See, especially when I'm out and about at like a social setting, I love that built-in freshness to your breath. It's just like, dude, how many people I'm talking to and seeing and up close and personal? Would they rather the nice minty blow of some Rumple Minze or a Jaeger bomb burp right inside their face?
Got to say, that's a great argument to have towards the cause.
That being said, I will say, and I told him the same thing on the cruise. I think it would be nice to maybe designate a day. Maybe it's the first day, maybe it's the second day, as Jaeger bomb day, where not that I'm going to do Jaeger bombs all day, but it will be the day circled on the cruise that I will allow myself to do a few Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, you got to do it the first night, man. When you don't have anything really planned, we're all just getting our feet wet. Yeah.
So I think I've told you this before, and this is my dark period. When I went and lived up in Georgia by myself for a few months, many, many years ago, the bar that I worked at, there was a steakhouse, oddly enough, had a Jaeger bomb machine. Oh. So it had ice cold Red Bull, like from the tap, and ice cold Jaeger.
From the tap?
Yeah, so it was Red Bull on tap.
Oh, wow.
And it was meant to be extra cold. It was literally a Jaeger bomb machine. It said Jaeger bomb, had Red Bull logo on it and everything. And we lived on those things, dude. And I was in a real party phase, and something about that mixture of Jaeger and Red Bull, it tickles the back of my throat just thinking about it.
Yeah, would that be in the top shots for you if you had a choice?
Top shots?
Like your Rushmore is Rumple Minze, Jaeger bombs.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good question. Rumple Minze number one.
Yeah.
I have a complicated relationship with Jaeger bomb, but we'll still put them there because I've drank so many of them in my life, and the thing with Jaeger and Rumple Minze kind of the same thing. They can turn you into a different person. Yeah. You can be a good-hearted person in your life and a normal person, and you do enough Jaeger bombs and you'll change yourself. Yeah, you will become somebody that you don't like anymore.
Is there a drink that you got into too late? Like not too late, but late, and you're like, why wasn't I drinking this a lot earlier? Like for me, it was espresso martinis.
Oh, dude, espresso martinis are goated.
I didn't have that until maybe 2 months ago for the first time, and I'm like, I've been missing out.
Have you ever seen it's kind of a meme, and maybe they've done it on sketch shows or something, but they call it like the espresso martini effect, where if you go out with a group of people and you order an espresso martini, everybody else at the table will order an espresso martini.
Oh, because they kind of like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So Danielle makes them probably at the house on the weekly.
Oh, really?
Because I become a martini boy.
Yeah.
And when I have my filthy martini, she will normally make herself an espresso martini. And, dude, because it gives you a little boost, a little buzz with your boost. It's
smooth.
It's like the classy version of a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're looking for the buzz and a boost. You get both of them with an espresso martini, much like you would get with a good old-fashioned Jaeger bomb.
I'm going to be crushing those on the cruise.
Espresso martinis?
Espresso martinis is my jam.
That's a good... That would actually be a good way to start the day.
Yeah, you just have a bunch of those in the morning and the afternoon.
Something about a martini glass, though. Like, not just because I'm
the way you hold it.
Yeah, it's not that I'm like full of machismo and I can be like, it's just a gay cup, I don't want to drink out of it. It's just so unuser friendly. Like you're not going to be sitting by the pool or walking around the Lido deck with a martini glass in your hand.
I grew up a very big fan of James Bond.
Yeah.
And he was the martini guy. So I always wanted to drink martinis when I got older, and I thought, this is the time.
This is your time, and this is the one.
Yeah.
The espresso martini is the one. I do have to... I've thought about calling her, but and maybe she's out there listening, and if she's out there listening, then call. But I got the funniest text this morning.
Oh.
From Elevate. From Elevate.
Oh,
Safety.
no.
So now that I'm remembering correctly, I believe on the show on Friday we were with Danielle, and I did say I'll be in the gym every day next week. I think I said that. I did say that, right?
You did. Because the last time, just to catch everyone up, Corey was working out, and you had walked past Corey to go get your food.
Yeah, I was not there. And again, these are all just excuses, so nobody you don't have to feel the need to believe anything I say. But like last week, my schedule was just off the rails, and this has helped me go to the gym. Has helped me with my schedule, and now that it was all over the place, I didn't go to the gym last week. So I told Danielle, I believe on the air, that I'll be there every day.
Yeah.
And well, today was the beginning of every day. I was not there.
Not present.
Not present. I did have an appointment this morning that I didn't remember I had, but again.
With the gym or just?
No.
Oh, that would kept you from going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Danielle even mentioned last week that they have a system where if you don't show up for a while, then they'll send you a text and check in with you. So 10:58 a.m. this morning, I get this text. And I imagine that I know the author of the text, but still. You ready? Hey, John, this is the team over at Elevate. Just checking on you because we fear you have forgotten about us after your victory over Pat Maroon.
Oh.
You know those muscles won't maintain themselves, right?
Oh.
With a little smirky face. We were listening to your show on Friday when Danielle there and heard you say my schedule was off this week, but you'll see me there every day next week. Well, here we are at next week, and you have not been seen with a sad face emoji. We know that you have a cruise to prepare for, and let us help. Don't give up on yourself now. We believe in you.
Oh, man. See, I would have thought it was Lloyd, but all those emojis have me believing it's not him then.
Well, I think the last line might give away who really wrote the note.
Yeah.
P.S. Danielle looks really tan. Yeah.
Which, can I just say, down to bull, she came up to me and she's like, I wish I showed you this last time. And she showed me her watch and it came off and go, Danielle, did you tan yesterday?
She must have hit a mean spray tan or something. Because as soon as I saw her at down to bull, I thought, wow, she does really look really tan.
Yeah.
So whether it was a lighting issue or whether or not she went into the tanning bed or got a spray tan, she was the tan was popping at down to bull. I'll give her that at the very least. So I have been shamed publicly and via text message.
But you'll be there tomorrow.
I will be there tomorrow.
Okay.
And in the interest of full disclosure, this weekend was my worst decisions in the new year for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
What happened?
Definitely. So what was it? February 1st was the day that it all kicked off against Pat.
Yeah.
So
first or second?
Yeah, I think it was the second.
Yeah.
So I mean, January was pretty good, but then obviously since February 2nd, I've been locked in, and then something happened to me over the weekend where the demons got me, dude.
Man, I didn't check all the prep. Was it because of 2311? You were celebrating so much?
No, that's great and that's possible. Well, it started with Friday night, which might have not been the worst ever, but I had a couple beverages and then I really started thinking I wanted some sushi.
Yeah.
So just housed crazy amount of sushi, which is in a gray area of I had not been trying to eat carbs, so I cracked that nut.
It's not bad. It's all that rice.
Yeah, so whatever. We get through Friday, and then Saturday. I'm trying to think what I ate all day on Saturday. Not tons of bad stuff, but tons of stuff. And then something came over me Saturday night, late night, and I'll tell you what it was. It was an edible. It was a very strong edible. It was a very strong edible that had me questioning my whole existence. And I'm telling Danielle, I'm like, I just want a sweet treat. Like I haven't had a sweet treat in almost 2 months. I just want, I want some cookies. I want something. So it roughly probably, I hope Danielle's out there listening because she's going to hate this. Sometime around 11 o'clock at night,
11 o'clock.
Yeah, it was late. I was late. I'm looking through the cupboards. We have nothing sweet. There's nothing sweet. There just isn't.
Because you clean them out ahead of time.
Well, and I just, so there's just nothing in there. And then there it is. I find some pancake batter.
Your eyes lit up.
Dude, so at about 11 o'clock, Danielle starts whipping up pancakes.
You had her make them too.
Like, she dude, I don't think I've made pancakes like once in my life.
Oh,
I mean, I know how to make them. But, dude, we even have the good batter. The batter comes from the lady in our neighborhood that has the bread stand.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a homemade sourdough pancake batter.
Yeah. Nice and fluffy.
Murdered some pancakes.
Yeah.
Murdered some pancakes. And you'd think that eating pancakes late at night, put syrup on some of them, put peanut butter on some.
Oh, man.
Dude, I made one, dude. I made a pancake sandwich, dude. I put peanut butter in the middle of 2 pancakes. And then I was dipping it in syrup. Like, dude, it was just, I felt like I was a crackhead who hadn't done crack in like 6 years. And then all of a sudden you get that first rock because I'm like wiping up the plate with the syrup. And you think you wake up Sunday morning and you go, what have I done?
Yeah.
All of my hard work, I can't live a life like this. Dude, I opened my eyes on Sunday morning and all I could think was, I need more pancakes. Dude, I want more pancakes. So we went to like 2 different places and they had long ass lines and we were like, what the hell are we gonna do? Ended up at Waffle House.
Oh man!
Ended up at Waffle House.
What did you get? You didn't just get pancakes.
No. I didn't get pancakes. I got like the all-star breakfast, which is the eggs and the sausage and the toast and the whatever, and with a waffle. And it was, but I will say it feels out of my system.
Yeah,
I feel. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm sure. You know, the alcoholic that sips a little sip and goes, okay, I'm good now. He says that after, but I think I'm good now. At least through the cruise. What happens there?
You started eating, and then the old John in the back of your head's like, "We're back, brother."
Yeah, it really is. I will say though, I was worried to step on the scale this morning, and not much movement on the scale in a good way.
Well, I mean,
it's a couple days, but I saw my demons.
Yeah,
I saw my demons. I looked them right in the face, and
you need a cheat day sometimes, John.
Yeah, and
treat yourself.
Maybe that's what it was.
In moderation.
And yes, let's hope that's all it was. But damn, dude, the pancakes I ate on Saturday night were better than the waffle from Waffle House, and I love Waffle House waffles.
I think we had this talk. You're a waffle guy too over pancakes, right?
Probably most of the time because I'm just super picky with my pancakes. But these were like, I don't like my pancakes to have any grill marks on it at all. Like I want it to look almost perfectly like.
You don't want any brown on it.
No.
Yellow as you can.
Yeah, I mean the perfect example is the Mickey D's, my hot take hotcake, which is Mickey D's pancakes. Like when you see that, it looks like it's barely even touched a griddle.
Yeah,
and that's how these were. They were so good. They're so good. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Yeah, I was just calling. This is Mark. I was just calling about the martinis. I like a dirty martini because I love the olives with the olive juice, and but I always get it order it in a short bourbon glass.
Yeah, I've started doing that a little bit. I don't know what it is. It feels like it doesn't stay as cold when you get it in a short glass. I don't know what it is because I've tried that to make myself more manly to drink it out of a different glass, but it just doesn't hit quite the same.
Yeah.
You like some blue cheese stuffed olives there, stud?
I love it with the blue cheese stuffed olives. Yeah,
too,
definitely.
I've been stuffing all sorts of things in my olives. Dude, pickle stuffed olives, blue cheese stuffed olives.
Oh, wow.
Jalapeno stuffed olives. I like to make almost a little mini charcuterie board in my olives. So I'll have one olive that's blue cheese, one that's jalapeno, one that's pickle. Like it's like a snack with your drink.
Oh, speaking of olives, my pops and them were like, we were so glad to finally meet John.
That was so
And my
cool.
mom was like, tell him I'm so sorry for interrupting. I was like, are you kidding me? He was so excited to see you guys.
Not at all. I felt terrible that I didn't get a chance to chat with them more. That was really great. They had a good time. They hung out for a while, right? They had lunch. And
they went in the booth and hung out and listened to. I think they said that they were listening on their headphones to the show and stuff. So
do your parents still listen? Like, do they listen every day? Like, are they tuned into everything you do every day?
Surprisingly, I never thought they really listen, and then randomly when I go see them, they'll bring up stuff, or like my dad or mom will text me and be like either like answering a question or something. But yeah, they listen to The Bone basically all day on and off. When they're not busy. So.
I'm on the other side of things, and I hope they're listening right now because I mildly roast them for this, but there was a period of time where like there wasn't a thing that I did that my mom didn't watch or see, or whether it was because they're not on social media, but like I know my mom had access to all social media, knew what was going on with me all the time, and maybe you just can't keep that up for life. And I know that not every person who's on the radio, their family listens every moment, but probably ever since they retired, like I'll say something off the cuff that happened, and they'll be like, "Oh, what did that happen? What happened?" Or I said something like I called them the day that I was leaving like the Radiothon, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we just had this huge show for the Radiothon." She's like, "Oh, what was that all about?" And I'm like, "Damn, you're not listening out there anymore."
We've been promoting that for weeks, so they basically didn't listen for weeks.
And that's what it is. So enjoy it while you can, and maybe like I know Drew's mom still listens every single day, and maybe one day my family will listen to me again on the radio.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason why. Like I don't know what it could be. Like something that they don't like to hear from me or something. Maybe I don't know, but they also made it for the first however many years. So
well, that's with my big mama. She's the first to be in my DMs. Like, I can't believe you said that on air. Yeah, I'm like, what is my job?
Yeah, and they don't really have that, so they might just have turned on me. They may just not be a fan anymore. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, guys, it's Dave.
Dave, what up, buddy?
Hey, man, next time you go to Nashville, go to the Pancake Pantry. It's near the University of Vanderbilt. Best pancakes and waffles in the world, man.
All right, I'll take you up on that. I've never actually been to Nashville, so maybe I'll go now, just eat the most delicious pancakes I can find.
Their secret recipe, malt.
Malt?
They put malt in the batter. Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, why do these taste so good? And they told me, they said, we put malt in it.
Malt?
Yeah, like a...
Who would have thought? Like a malt
yeah, M-A-L-T. Like M-A-L-T, yeah.
What the hell? What the hell is that?
So like, you've had shake.
No, the noise. It must have been a noise on his phone.
Oh.
Because it sounded like the Western thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's
like tumbleweed?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was waiting to see if I got text from Danielle. No. You'll have to find out the hard way. I'll be back in the gym tomorrow. I'm sure.
For sure.
I'm back.
Well, you're not back yet.
I'm not back yet, but we're in cruise mode.
Yes.
I can't have lost weight, got to a period of goodness, and then gain it all back by the time the cruise. Everybody be like, what the hell? We were lied to.
How many days is it to it? Like 16?
You put up a counter a few days ago, and that's what I've been referencing in my mind, because you said 20 days, and then I think that was like 4 days ago.
So 17 days.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a hell of a run.
I'm excited. Still got to figure out how I'm getting there, though.
Yeah, ditto. Nobody seems to want to give me a ride. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will dig into that thing. Two things I want to hit up on. There is that thing, which pertains to our airports and what is going on there within the last 24 hours. Then we also got to hit a little vroom vroom. You alluded to it. A lot of people think there is major cheating taking place in NASCAR just because one driver who happens to be partnered up with one of the greatest professional athletes of all time is doing so well. I'll give you the details and much more. Coming up next, it's That Thing on Senning Show. We're back in the studio at St. Pete. What a day.
On a Sunday, sleeping in some room. On a Sunday.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone. It's talk radio where we say what we want all day long. You know that crazy you think about all day, every day? Well, you may think it, but we say it. That is 102.5 The Bone. Real raw radio.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is just getting started. That's right. Right now at Crown Kia, the deals are stronger than ever. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments for 90 days. Don't wait. These offers won't last forever. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
Your insurance agent should know more than just your name. After all, you're trusting them with what matters most. Your family, your company, your wealth. That's why at Italiano Insurance, we're so proud of our local involvement. And with over 60 years of supporting local charities in Tampa Bay, we can truly say we know this community and its people. That's the Italiano Insurance way. Join us and become one of the familiar faces. Find us at ItalianoInsurance.com. That's ItalianoInsurance.com.
Think you're not the suing type, but you weren't at fault. I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
The price of gold is soaring, and the price of silver is near record highs. If you've got gold or silver just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed. Just walk in, get a free appraisal, and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware, stamped 925. They're buying coin collections, gold, silver, foreign, and domestic. Plus, they've been in business over 35 years with thousands of prior happy customers. Licensed, bonded, state certified, scales, highest tech equipment, employees with GIA certifications. Gather your valuables because the Estates Roadshow is in the Tampa Bay area now through Friday. Trinity at the Holiday Inn Express and Venice at the Holiday Inn Express. For more info, call Marshall at 609-781-6559 or go to estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming events.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Get 0% financing and no payments for 90 days on your new Kia this month, or drive home in a new K4, Seltos, or Sportage for just $199 per month. Hi, I'm Todd Nelson. This month at Century Kia, you can get 0% financing and no payments for 90 days on your new Kia Sorento or Telluride, or drive home in a new K4, Seltos, or Sportage for just $199 per month. If you're looking for affordability, Century Kia is the place for you. This month, get 0% financing and no payments for 90 days on your new Kia Sorento or Telluride, or drive home in a new K4, Seltos, or Sportage for just $199 per month. And as always, don't sweat the credit. Century Kia has a plan for everybody. Century Kia is on the big corner of Lois and Hillsborough Avenue, and we're open 24/7 at centurykia.com. Remember, at Century Kia, you've got a friend in the business. Thank you.
Call 813-314-7535 for complete details.
The magic is calling you like never before. Cast your magic at the Wicked Wand Workshop. Sail into fun at Buccaneer Bay and dash through the night's Ninja Challenge. Join the fun February 14th through March 29th. Get tickets at Circle K or BayAreaRenFest.com. The Bay Area Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
Let me paint you a picture. It's midnight. Sirens blare. You have only seconds to grab your child and run. Now imagine you're elderly. Getting downstairs feels impossible. And after all of that, you end up in a bomb shelter for hours, even days, because you can't make that trek again. This is what's happening across Israel as Operation Epic Fury continues. Children are being traumatized. Families are exhausted. Homes have been destroyed. That's why the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is there on the ground, bringing food, emergency equipment, care for children, and help for the elderly, and supplying bomb shelters and medical centers with critically needed essentials. If you've ever wondered what it looks like to stand for Israel and stand for good against evil, this is it. Now, please act. Give $45 right now to rush life-saving essentials to the vulnerable under fire. Text the word SIREN to 91999 to make your donation. That's the word SIREN to 91999.
A world of taste awaits at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay during the Food, Wine, and Garden Festival. Guests can sip and savor their way through flavorful eats and treats while enjoying 20 live concert performances, all included with park admission. The Food, Wine, and Garden Festival returns Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays now through May 10th, 2026.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
I'm not letting the Afroman hype die down. I'm riding with my dog. I'm letting this get his 5 minutes plus. He deserves it. Welcome back to Senning Show.
Just like bums, we used to stay in the slums of LA. By the way,
it's so funny. I read an article this morning about how many people hopped on the Afroman train, like through these videos, and got all excited. It was all stemmed around a Doja Cat tweet or post, because she had been like, Afroman's the man, Afroman's a hero, Afroman, all this. And then two things. People are finding out that I guess he's MAGA, that he supported Donald Trump. So they're getting off of the train and hating him for that. And then the other group of people are finding out that there's a video of him knocking that woman out. So it was like,
which you put me on
yeah,
to.
he had. Have you seen it?
No, I'm gonna look it up
dude,
now,
see if you can find it. And it's classic. It's classic modern day America in that I'm not saying you should or shouldn't love Afroman. The man has some demons in his closet. But just, you take something, you see it, you run with it, you put him on a pedestal only to find out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you saw it. Dude, he knocked her.
And he's just playing the guitar.
Dude,
and it just turns and...
And I mean, he's like...
And it goes back to play the guitar.
Yeah, dude, he's straight chilling, dude. He's just chilling in a guitar solo, and that lady comes up and rubs her ass on him. And then my man did not like that. And he just... dude, he did like the full body rotation. Like, he put his hips into it. And he... yeah, he knocked that woman out.
He didn't get in trouble at all because she shouldn't have been up there? Is that they're arguing?
I don't know if he got charged. Afroman charged with hitting woman. I do have an actual real big news story that I'm going to get to momentarily. Yeah, he was charged.
Oh, okay.
Rapper Afroman punched a female fan on stage. Video posted online.
Can't stop watching.
He said early in the show during Mardi Gras gave him anxiety because he didn't have time to eat dinner. He didn't have time to eat dinner.
Oh, well
why just we should have led with that.
I get it. It's like the Snickers commercial. You're not the same when you're hungry.
Dude, that should be the new Snickers commercial. Dude, and then all of a sudden like a stagehand comes over and he has a Snicker. He's like, "Bro, you're not the same when you're hungry." That's good, dude. That's really good. Yeah, so he didn't get to eat dinner and he didn't get to medicate right. So he clearly did not get to smoke weed and he did not get to eat.
My man was on edge and we're blaming him?
I had my frustrations to make a long story short. That's in his word. He was about 5 songs into the set when the incident occurred. Oh, and they pulled the plug, so they canceled him. Dude. Yeah, so needless to say, many people have fallen in love with and then fallen out of love with Afroman. And we know he has his issues, but I shrill for Afro.
But the Mexicans straight on one. Them essays, the essays always trying to test me. So I jumped off the bed because I ain't no punk. Jammed his head up.
Dude, I don't know what his live shows are like nowadays, but being at Rise Up this past weekend made me realize he's primed to be booked for shows like Rise Up.
Oh,
dude,
you think so?
Yes, dude. I mean, just... You know that a big part of what's going on there is weed culture.
Yeah.
If he did a 30-minute set, did a 10-minute version of Because I Got High and crazy raps, I mean, the place would go nuts.
Does he still have main stage appeal?
Not me. I mean, I don't know where you put him there.
Yeah.
And again, it would be earlier in the day, and it would probably be a 30-minute set. But I just think that in the world that Reggae Rise Up is now pulling old school acts and different people, I think that with the weed tying alone, that Afroman could probably, and now that he's American Hero, he could probably get some better bookings.
Wiz Khalifa, Cypress Hill. Speak me through the other hip hop type artists.
Action Bronson is getting brought in.
Okay.
Atmosphere. I mean, again, I don't clump in Afroman with these guys.
Yeah.
It's just you can tell they're starting to pull from other groups to switch up these lineups.
Surprised Snoop's never done it.
Yeah, he might
probably
be too
wants
big.
too much.
He's probably too big.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, you think of the difference between a Wiz and a Snoop and everybody in between. I did see. I think the date in the Rise Up vein. I did see there is a big show coming to. Hold on, now that I brought it up, I gotta give you the date. To the amphitheater. It is 311 Dirty Heads, Rome, and I believe Atmosphere as well at the amphitheater, and that date is August 29th at the amphitheater for everybody looking to see the Dirty Heads again. It's been since they were at Pinellas Park, England Brothers, and that was the last show that Jared played before he fell off the earth, and I had the scoop for that because I played the audio and I told you that my man's was struggling through it. I'll tell you where else things are not good and people are struggling. That is at the airport. And man, I started seeing the videos of what was going on in the airport early last week, and I was not connecting all of the dots. I thought it was more connected to the fact that, we're in some form of war and the lines are taking longer. They're doing a better job or trying to do a better job of searching people. But this is all connected to what I think, maybe not anymore, but for the last few weeks has been the worst kept, best kept secret in the United States of America, that we're still under a partial shutdown and a lot of government workers are not getting paid. And I don't know what it was. It might have been talking to my dad yesterday who got me totally riled up. Like, I really can't wrap my head around the fact that because these dumbass politicians can't get their own BS together, that makes it so that hardworking Americans don't receive a paycheck. I mean, we work with Mo, who's been very open about it, so maybe it's different when you can put a face to what's going on. But Trump comes out within the last 48 hours and says, we're going to send ICE agents into the airports. And that is now, I thought it was kind of a bluff. I thought it was like to scare everybody. Like, hey, we're sending the ICE agents, get a deal done or pay these people or we're going to do it. Well, it was not a bluff because unmasked ICE agents have been deployed at major airports across the country today, and they're already being hounded by flyers and photographers. And I don't know who's smart and who's not, but if you just use a small little bit of common sense, half of the country thinks that these guys are like the Gestapo, thinks they are the worst human beings on planet Earth. So even if you need somebody to go in and do work for TSA, to think that you're going to be able to send ICE into an airport where everybody of all political leaning must travel through and there not be some drama, the government and possibly our president are dumber than I thought. He announced Sunday that he was sending ICE personnel to airports to help TSA agents who haven't been paid since February. And the immigration enforcement agents were being filmed patrolling JFK International Airport in New York with huge lines. And people are screaming at them. People are taking their videos. People are mad that they're even there. And I asked myself this question, and I'm about to give myself the answer. I said, if you can pay ICE, why can't you pay the TSA? Like, these people, if this division of the government is getting paid, why can't you pay the people who are there to do it every day? And I guess it was because when they pushed forward that big, beautiful bill, whatever the hell it was, the money was like built into it. So it was it was already spent. Covered. It was already covered, already spent. It's not coming through the traditional flow of the government. But I'm not saying we should all take to the streets or anything like that, but I really do feel like we're getting closer and closer to like people looking at each other across the party lines and go, you're a Republican, I'm a Democrat. We're all just getting bent over on a daily basis.
Yes.
We did our taxes last night. I think that's one of those things that if you're smart, you just pay it and you don't allow your brain to think too much about it. You look all around us. There's not too many great things to report. Let's face it. We're still very divided. We're at war, whatever you want to call it, even though it's being paused at the moment. They're lined up at the airports. So many different elements of our government are struggling. And then you look at that amount of money that they take from your paycheck every single week. And this was, I don't mind saying, this was the first time ever in our life that we had to pay. We had to pay. I've always gotten a little bit back. This was the first year ever we had to pay. And so then we're looking at the amount of money, which is like a fourth, almost a quarter of what you make as a whole. They just take, and it's just gone. And then at the end of the year, they get to come back and go, give us a little more. Give us a little more.
Everything. Yeah.
And all going to a government that I think as a whole we don't really believe in, and we think is failing us as a people. And it just feels like we're at a turning point. And I'd like to think that maybe that brings more people together.
Common enemy.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And I thought maybe for a second that the Epstein stuff would have everybody go, oh, well, your politicians are on the list and my politicians are on the list. Like, oh yeah, let's just be together and accepting that the government sucks. But there's just something in the air right now that it feels like everybody's kind of realizing it more at the same exact moment. Not that we can do anything about it, but I don't believe. I'll be very curious to hear Mo talk about it later, because I don't know if they're in Tampa, but I would think, because how bad does that piss you off? Not only the element of we got to accept it, people don't like ICE and you're just causing a ruckus in the airports. Imagine you're Mo. Imagine you're anybody for TSA. You haven't gotten paid since the first week of February, and these jabronis dressed up like they're about to go to Fallujah. I'm sure there's good men in there, but they show up, and these guys are getting paid. They're standing side by side with you, doing your job, getting paid when you're not. Like, it is, it's just wild.
Today at 12:48, Bay News Night says Tampa Airport not among 14 to be staffed with ice.
With ice,
agents.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I take that as a win.
Yeah.
Some of I don't know how people are even traveling. Like, I guess people have to do it.
Yeah,
But when you look at
jobs
some
and
of these lines that are going outside of the airport, people saying that they're getting to the airport 3.5, 4 hours early and still missing their flights. Like, what are we doing here? And that's because the politicians can't get it together, can't agree, can't work together. You can blame it on whatever party you want, and maybe you'll be a quarter right. But at the end of the day, the government's the government. If they can't find out a way to pay hardworking Americans, that's on them. That's not on us.
Yeah, 100%. I have a plan, a flight planned in May.
Hopefully.
I hope nothing like this happens during that time.
I was wondering to myself if there's anything going on with the ports and anything like going on as far as traveling. I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard anything. But as this continues to if this continues to grow, you would imagine all areas of travel will eventually be affected.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Cody. How's it going, guys?
Doing pretty good. What's on your mind today, Cody?
Not a whole lot, man. Well, actually, it sounds like what I'm hearing is John Senning's going to organize the revolution of overthrowing the government.
I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying at some point, like, we the people must mean something. And whether whether you think you're in bed with one party or not, I just think that we're getting closer to the grand awakening of people going, we're all just being bent over every single day. This government takes advantage of us. They take all of our money, the taxation without representation. Does anybody feel, especially right now, like any one of their politicians really represents them, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican? Is anybody going, that is my guy? I believe that every single day they go to work fighting for me. They don't.
I think sometimes it takes the S hitting the fan like this to really kind of shake people into realizing, hey, maybe this isn't exactly, what we asked for in the beginning. So.
I don't know. I can say fun words and talk about how pissed off everybody is, but I don't know what the legitimate, tangible action is that people can ever take to do anything. I mean, taking on the government, not an easy feat. This may be the time, though. It seems like they're having trouble with Iran at the moment. So,
yeah, right.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. In much lighter news, much lighter news. Now, you didn't really watch too much NASCAR in the heyday of like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Absolutely not.
But there was, and it brings me great joy to know that you're at least mildly paying attention because of what we have here.
The vroom vrooms.
The vroom vroom has to stay vrooming. But Darrell Waltrip used to be the guy that was on the call. And I don't know if you've ever heard it, but he had like this catchphrase that he would kick off every race for. And they had him in for the first time in a long time to start the race yesterday.
Is it the gentleman start your engines?
No. It's more entertaining than that.
Here they come. And, gosh, I haven't done this for a while, but let me see if I can get it right. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing, boys. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
To be it. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. So it got started with a boogity, boogity at Darlington yesterday. And Tyler Reddick, for those, and I'm enjoying talking about NASCAR. I bring up regularly. I try to present it in a way that even if you don't care at all, there's a storyline that you can follow along. Yeah. So Michael Jordan, obviously a huge part of NASCAR now. He's a part owner of 2311. They were in the giant lawsuit with NASCAR during the offseason that they ended up winning. And, that was a big deal. Well, since this season has started, there's been 6 races. His team has won 4 of those races. And here's the crazier part. The other part owner, Denny Hamlin, has won the other 1 race. So only one driver who's not directly connected to the lawsuit has won a race this season, which has caused people to say, and I don't even know if there's any fire to the smoke, that not smoke like Tony Stewart smoke, like real smoke, that the 45, Tyler Reddick, and 2311 are somehow cheating.
It's a 500-mile race. I'd say everybody right about now. That's a dominant day. Tyler Reddick coming around for his 12th career win. coming off a 2-race winless streak after winning the first.
So one of the big reasons why people thought this seemed so shady was it looked like he was going to be out of the race. Something happened with his battery where his battery died and he got way behind. They had to change the battery and he still came out and absolutely dominated. I don't know enough about the inner workings of a NASCAR car to tell you what you could do to cheat. But a lot of people feeling like there's something going on here because this guy's doing so damn good.
I feel like if they were under watch by NASCAR so much with the lawsuits that they would be hard pressed to be able to slip one past them.
Well, and I think that's the conspiracy theory a little bit is that people are saying that somehow NASCAR is like letting them get away with it as some sort of an agreement within the. I think that's the biggest conspiracy theory of all.
Now you're a big vroomer.
I'm the biggest, dude. I'm on another run this weekend. Watch the truck race Friday night. Watch the O'Reilly Series race. Watch the NASCAR race. Like I'm as deep in the weeds with NASCAR as I've ever been.
Now with how good Reddick is doing, is he like even close to breaking any records or anything?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Because it's we were looking it up last night. We go way back in the day. There were racers that won like 13 in a season.
Yeah.
The last, I think, biggest was 8, and that was within the past like maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
So I think 13 is the modern day record, but 8 is the most recent version of it.
Okay, and he's halfway there.
He's at 4, 6 races in. And there's also if you really wanted to find another lane for the conspiracy. Tell me that having Michael Jordan on your TV every Sunday celebrating and doing interviews isn't good for the numbers, isn't good for people watching. And there was a story that came out last week about how Michael Jordan loves, I don't have her name in front of me, but the lady that does the reporting in the pits, he loves her so much that it's the only person he'll do an interview with.
Oh, so you got to love it if you're her.
So he doesn't even do interviews with other networks. He only does
she gets the exclusive.
with the exclusive, and she got one after Tyler Reddick won the race. Here's MJ. That's Michael Jordan.
I'm pretty sure it's frustrating for him because he had an unbelievable car. And, you never know what's going to happen, especially at Darlington. And I think that, the key to him winning was, just keeping his head. I think Billy did a good job of trying to keep him calm. We knew we had a fast car. We knew on a 30-lap run, we were real good. On a short lap run, we were real good. So we just had to get the car right. And, he kept his composure, and I think he did an unbelievable job.
You got to say, you keep on winning, you keep on celebrating, you keep seeing Michael Jordan in winner's circle. It's like nobody ever remembers the touching of Tyler Reddick's son.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's winning and having more memories of them all together. I think it's the one thing that can make people forget that bizarre thing that happened at the Daytona 500.
That's a great point, bro.
I did have to tell you, and I've been just talking about this show every chance that I get. I think I talked about it in the mornings. I talked about it at the Valspar with Drew, and I think we even talked about it. We talked about it on Friday even. The new episode of Neighbors on HBO.
Oh, you watched it finally?
Dude, I told you. I find it hard to believe that you made it through the damn episode.
I know, it was hard
Tell me you didn't. Tell me you watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing, bro.
Dude, as soon as I started getting into it, I go, I don't know how Diz is telling me what his thoughts on this episode because I know my man didn't sit through a 30-minute hog fest.
Yeah, an old hog.
Dude. This show, I believe, is the greatest piece of reality television in a hot minute.
Yeah.
And this new episode, the first episode that they did without multiple stories, too. Because all the other episodes have 2 stories.
Yeah.
This story is a guy who lives in California who I guess you could say is a nudist. He's always out in his yard running in a yellow thong. He's just a weirdo. His neighbors all hate him. So and
he's not afraid to confront them.
Yeah, so he moves he's thinking about moving to Florida, and of course, where does he go? Pasco County,
of course,
which they call the nudist capital of the world or nudist capital of the United States.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Which I know I think they said, I forget how many nudist colonies they said there were out there. I want to say
Pasco.
Did they say 11 different nudist naturalist communities? But he goes to look at a house and ultimately stay for like a week.
14 or more.
14. So he goes to stay at a place called Eden, which I know there's people, dude, looking at some of those people at that place.
Yeah,
those are Bone fam.
Yes.
Dog. If you're in Eden right now, please call us.
I think I saw one of the clips. Someone's fridge had a Senning Show.
Dude, I'd be honored. And he goes there for like a week, and it is it's got to be the closest look at pure insanity on a large platform that I think we've seen in a long time. Because you're looking at these people, and it's entertaining, but you go, these people are unwell.
Yes.
Like, these people are truly unwell. And I'm surprised HBO was even willing to dip their toe into dealing with these stories, because out of all of the stories they've done, and it's 6 episodes in, somebody will be dead. Somebody will have killed their neighbor.
Yeah.
Something terrible would have happened. But my favorite, the favorite off-the-wall freaking connection in this episode is the young girl that he meets, who's like a rapper. So this girl, if anybody knows this girl.
Oh, yeah, we got to get her on.
We got to get her on, because she's a student at USF, and she is a rapper who I guess thinks that this guy could maybe be a sugar daddy for her or something. Yep. And it's like you watch it, and it feels like it can't be real. But it seemingly is real. And this episode of the, I got a clip right here. I got a clip of this woman. I hope she doesn't curse.
Yeah, that made World Star Hip Hop.
Really?
Just let me show you. Let me show you. Shake that ass, shorty, as if you was getting paid.
Oh, my God.
How do you...
So this girl's got to be like in her 20s, and she's out on a date with a guy that's like in his 70s. They go to this nice restaurant where it's the most awkward interaction you've ever seen. And she then pulls out her phone and starts showing him the music video that she made, where she's literally like spreading cheeks and everything.
Stretch your legs like that.
Well, baby, you love when I shake that ass. Throw it in, put it on, and make him pull.
Do you understand that goes back 10,000 years?
What?
Amanda, when a man stops thinking about sex, they're done. They die within 5 years.
I will say I was surprised, unless they edited it out, that the guy wasn't more of a sexual creep. Because remember when they were interviewing in his house, and he starts bringing up all the pictures of him like naked and stuff,
and he starts
like massaging himself right on the spot.
Like, oh, I feel so good.
So I thought as soon as he got around this woman, he was going to do or say something insane, and surprisingly, he did not.
My favorite part is when he goes, "There's something dripping out there. That's normal."
Like, you can't,
and they close it on the photo. Like,
you can't wrap your. It takes a lot in the year 2026 to be truly shocking.
Yeah.
And I will say, watching this show, your jaw is on the floor. Like, you're like, these are real people that we live amongst.
How do the cameraman and producer like keep a straight face? Because at the end, when he's like, close the door, they do it, and at the end, they're like, well, thanks for sharing that with us. He's like,
I think one of them even said, "Why are you doing that?" Because why are you doing that? That was the season finale. I did not know. That's the last.
It is?
That's the last of it.
I mean, it makes sense. They ended up with a real bang on that one.
This is the I don't know. This says it's the season finale preview. Danny in his yellow thong running on the pier. Oh, is it just going to be a video of him running? Oh yeah, it's just a video of him running on the in slow motion in his yellow thong. Highly recommended. But also the other one that I brought up on Sunday, I can't stop watching the guys. I can't stop watching the guys' TikToks.
Is that the Vietnam guy?
So it's not the Vietnam guy.
The stripper
it's
guy.
the guy, who hates the Vietnam guy.
Oh, yeah, used to be a stripper and stuff.
Yeah. And he, like this, I can't believe that the cops aren't straight up at his house right now, because he sits on his front porch and he just records all of his neighbors all day long. And he thinks everybody in the neighborhood is working in unison to stalk him. I tried to play some on front.
Now was it? It's 548. That's 1806 Glenwood Street, Northeast Palm Bay, Florida 32907. Really dark tinted windows on that silver truck.
So just all day, he just calls his neighbors out by address and thinks that they're all working together to stalk him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He posts probably 100 TikTok videos online a day. And if I had to place my bet on which cast member of this show is most likely to kill somebody, it's this guy.
Yes.
Because he's just lost his mind. Like, he's an absolute crazy person.
Yeah, the Vietnam guy is more scary to me, because when he said that line about, like, I'm going to just throw acid in his face and he'll be dismembered for life.
But he may be onto something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more scared of the other guy, just based on the fact that he legitimately believes every house in the neighborhood is part of a large scale operation to stalk him, and he really believes it. I just think
he logs the stuff.
Yeah, everything. All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, I don't know which way we're going to go with this, but it's been talked about. It's been talked about on the morning show. It's been talked about with JP. There were some comments made by the one and only, the Brown Thrasher, a.k.a. the Agent of Chaos, about another personality here in the building and some comments that they/she made on social media. We will visit it. As the Kumbaya Kid, I hope to broker peace in the Middle East here today. I don't know if Scotty has any interest in taking our call, but I've got a couple clips because I don't think anybody's played the clips. And I'm at the point now where I go, if we're going to talk about it, we might as well get all the pieces of the puzzle together. So I have a couple clips that I want to play. We'll hear from the Brown Thrasher himself, and we'll see if we can get Scotty, the body, on the line and find out if this thing is beef for life or there's hope for peace. I know somebody got an invite onto the podcast. We'll see if Diz is going to accept it next. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. If you're in the market for a new Ford truck, it's time to go see Bob Murray and my friends over at Furman Ford. Because right now, during Furman Ford's Truck Month sales event, qualified buyers that finance with Ford credit get 0% APR financing for 60 months, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days on all remaining 2025 Ford F-150s in stock. If you've been waiting for the best time to buy a new truck, the time is now before these deals are gone. And if you need service and you can't make it to the dealership, Furman Ford's got that mobile service that's going to roll up to your home, your office, or anywhere. Certified techs, genuine parts, quality work right at your doorstep. You can visit them today on US 19 in Clearwater or at FurmanFord.com and make sure you let them know that John Senning sent you.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free.
To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
What do you carry in your heart? Your hopes, your dreams, the ones you love. For everything your heart holds, Advent Health's cardiovascular experts are here to map and repair it, strengthen and heal it, to carry you further than you ever expected, to help you feel whole. Visit FloridaHeartExperts.com.
All right, fellas, quick reality check. If you've been saying, yeah, I'm going to get the ring soon for the last, 2 years, yeah, it's time. Go see my guys at the Golden Diamond Source. They want to be your family jeweler, not some mall store where nobody remembers your name. 5 minutes later, they'll help you find a one-of-a-kind engagement ring that actually blows her away. And trust me, they've got a huge selection. So you're not picking from the same 3 rings everybody else bought. Got old chains, broken jewelry, stuff sitting in drawers, doing nothing? Bring it in. Gold prices are at a record high. Right now, you can trade that in and put that towards something new. And listen, they only sell natural diamonds because if it's real love, you don't show up with something fake. If you've never bought a diamond before, perfect. Their first-time diamond buyer program walks you through the 4 C's, all the shapes, all the styles. They actually teach you what you're buying. Plus, 0% financing for up to 5 years. $5,000 comes out to be about $83 a month. Do it right. Make sure if you're looking for a diamond, it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Ken Gainley Kia has more new inventory than any Kia dealer in Tampa. And here's why that matters. Ever go to a big box store and buy in bulk to save big? Ken Gainley Kia does the same thing, but with new Kias. We buy more, so we save more, and we pass the savings to you. Lease a new 2025 Kia K4 EX for just $99 per month for 36 months with $24.99 due at signing. Ken Gainley Kia NewportRichie.com. Savings so good, you'll look for free samples on the way out.
See dealer for details. All leases through KMF. 10,000 miles per year included, plus tax, title, and doc fee. No security deposit required. Offer expires 3/31/26. Stock number E154947.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Tampa's biggest music weekend is back. Gasparilla Music Festival returns April 10th through the 12th at its brand new home, Meridian Fields in Water Street, Tampa. 3 days, multiple stages, and over 40 bands featuring Mount Joy, Shaky Graves, GZA and the Funky Nomads, Two Friends, High Wolf, Government Mule, and more. From Indian rock to EDM and hip-hop, there's something for every music fan, plus incredible food and a mission that supports local music education. Single-day tickets start at just $55. Grab yours now at gmftickets.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-476-6115. 800-476-6115. That's 800-476-6115.
Camtech continues to rank #1 in preparing students to ace that tricky Florida contractor's exam. Learn how this Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at the Camtech admin office, 246 Crystal Grove, Lutz. Get legal with CamTechSchool.com. 800-875-PASS.
I got mine.
I got mine.
Chevrolet Silverado's under $30,000. Equinox under $25,000. Trax under $20,000. You're just minutes away from the bargain of your life.
I got mine. This is Bill from Cape Coral, Florida. I drove over 100 miles to get my bargain at Maher Chevrolet and saved thousands.
Maher Chevrolet, St. Petersburg. MaherChevy.com. Chevrolet together. Let's drive.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at Hellsberg.com.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry, this deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
I don't understand. Why? See, it's burning me to hold on to this. I know this is something I gotta do. But that don't mean I want to. What I'm trying to say is that I love you. I feel like this is coming to an end.
Welcome back to Senning Show.
And it's better for me to
hopefully getting you through your Monday. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy.
I gotta let it burn. It's gonna burn for me to say this.
The other little elements of my trip to the Waffle House yesterday. Dude, they had the freaking jukebox, the touch tunes, was bumping.
Yeah.
Like bumping.
I didn't even know it has that in the Waffle House.
Oh, dude, Waffle Houses have always had.
Really?
Always had jukeboxes.
Never noticed.
But a lot of times they're quiet. This one was bumping.
Yeah.
Like club vibes in the Waffle House. And I've said this before, like one of my favorite things to do with the touch tunes is to like pop the crowd.
Yeah.
So I'll just explain it like this. An urban crowd in the at the Waffle House, if you will.
Okay.
Dude, I start firing off Mariah, Usher, Ludacris. Like, dude, it was the vibes at the Waffle House yesterday were just off the chain. And then people started realizing it was me. So then it was, I really took the sting off of the shame of eating all the waffles by being the hero of the Waffle House jukebox yesterday.
It's so funny you say it because yesterday I went out and hung out and we ended up at some bars and I pulled a John Senning where I was telling the people I was with, I was like, we got to make that table go.
Dude, you got to take it over.
Yeah.
You got to take it over. And then sometimes that's always fun, but sometimes you just got to take it in the opposite direction too.
Yeah.
Like I told you we went to the Flamingo on Friday night. Very like old kind of classic rock. There was some country being played. And they've got one of those jukeboxes like doesn't have any rap, so you have to kind of search for. Dude, the Waffle House was the same way. I had to like dig into like R&B and like songs with features and stuff, but it's like slow country music, and I saw it and I had to play it. It did change the vibe. I hit him with a little pump up the jam, a little techno.
Oh wow!
All right. So I'm not sure exactly where to go with this. I feel like because Dizzy is on the show and it obviously has been talked about by every show really up until this point today, that we would be remiss if we didn't at least touch on it or talk about it for a second. So if you don't know where it all starts, it starts with Abby. She is really the newest employee here at CMG Tampa. She's on the Magic Mornings with Scotty the Body, as I like to call him. And she did this string of videos where it was her kind of talking smack about the sacred cows of Tampa. She said kind of, there's no real nightlife. We're too far from the beaches. There's no good restaurants. People that are obsessed with thunder, but like all of these things that, were kind of the sacred cows of Tampa. People reshared it that were upset about it. And you guys brought it up with JP, played some of the clips, and then, said things that you would say. When I listened to it the first time, it's so funny how things can sound different, like through different lenses. Like I was at my house listening to that segment of that day. Spoiler alert, I actually sent you guys the link to her social media. So I guess I have some blood on my hands here. And when I was listening to it, nothing registered as like being too stiff or too far out of bounds. And maybe it's because I know you guys, but then you go and they find out about it. And then they replay it on their podcast, and listening to it through their ears is at least a little different. So I'm not going to play their whole podcast, but I can at least give you the tone of some of the comments, and then maybe I think we're going to attempt to get Scotty.
Line, and that line was officially crossed. We have what I will consider bullies in the office that started to slash and try to destroy Abby's name.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
No, I am.
And I will say this. Abby didn't seem, and I don't know if she was playing the part for the podcast, did not seem to be as upset about it all as Scott, who clearly, and I think I'm not here to prop anybody up. This is a grown man. He said what he says, and he always stands by his word. But I think there's almost like a team building element of what's going on with them, where they're so new together for him to be able to, in this moment, go, well, I'm going to stand up for you. Like I think there's some of that happening here as well. It's a brand new show. I think they've been together for like maybe 3 weeks or something like that.
And I literally have the entire show of what I'm talking about.
Oh,
here.
so people are actually talking about
talking about you. I got a text.
I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can get just a little bit of the of you guys talking.
Went into a new building, and you're making a new life for yourself, and then it's also like, y'all, I don't know anyone here. And so instead of
Scotty with the
I knew I was gonna hit one of those.
Damn, Scotty.
Dude, there's one clip specifically that I wanted to play, and it's probably not the clip to play right before I get Scotty on the air. But it was like you guys were talking about it this morning, and JP, I could tell didn't really want to do much with it. But he's talking about having to go find the clip and listen, and having edited the clip out. And I think everybody can understand he's simping for Abby.
Yeah.
Because you did use the word bitch a lot, which I think is kind of just your proper.
Yeah,
that's just Dizzy being
my
Dizzy.
thing, yeah.
You did say to burn her at the stake.
I said that about Monica.
Yeah. And I think those were the issues. But there was one comment where he kind of got in some shots that were bigger than just you and bigger than the comments. And I thought that would be the clip I'd want to play.
The other things that I had, that's the meat and potatoes.
What did you cut out of it?
Well, just a lot of their rambling. They tried to play your audio. They accidentally cussed on air doing it. It was a very rookie radio mistake. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, okay, you guys just failed epically at one of the biggest things that we do every day, and that's doing a radio show. Ooh. So before you come talking smack, get your own ducks in a row. Ooh. But that was pretty much the gist.
Scott is very angry.
I don't like a bully. And so it would be different if they would have said, oh my God, this is actually really funny. Let's bring Abby in. Let's talk about this. Let's, instead of sit around. Because again, the fact that they said that people have been talking around the office.
Which I will say that. Well, actually,
I'm
going to get Scotty on the line, and in a way, I feel like we should have Abby here too. But because Scotty was the heat seeker here, I'm gonna call Scotty, and then I'm going to unburden my own soul as well when it comes to. Because here's the other thing: how long has it been?
It's been like almost 2 weeks.
Has it been almost 2 weeks? Because for those that follow along, I said something on the air as well. And
you did?
And I want to. I'm gonna bare my own soul.
Oh yeah.
And then we're also gonna find out.
I do remember now what he said.
Yeah. Hello. It says he's on air.
Such a voicemail.
Hello. Is anybody there? It says. I think I remember.
Get
how to
your
do
ducks
this.
in a row, John.
Dude. I will say my ducks are not in a row right now. I am not doing the very basic thing that I came here to do, which is to do a radio show. Scotty. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. He told me to call. I told him I was gonna call him. I mean, so what is what's your read on the situation? Because the bottom line is here, and I said this off the air, like there's not a giant smoking gun of rage here.
Yeah.
Like they didn't come for your family. They didn't like the jumping off part. Like I don't think anybody was actually even really mad. Now the madness is in the madness to the response of the madness, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, again, I thought it was a funny bit we did. We were joking about something she posted. There was no real heat there. If you don't listen to the station like Scotty, you don't know what type of personality I am. Everything I said with her, I've said jokingly about coworkers, about Carmen, about Monica. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I've called them bitches as a joke. I've said people burn them at the stake. It's a joke. Do you think I'm really like, let's get our pitchforks, brother?
Hello?
Hey, it's Scott. So sorry I missed your call.
Oh, he did send me
big time in you,
the
dog.
voicemail.
Now we got real heat.
Oh, now there is hold on. Let me see. He said I was free. Oh my God! This dude walks up in the room. Oh damn! Oh
like
man!
I was jokingly gonna say he's about to pull up because I heard the doors in there.
What a moment! Oh damn! What a now this is what I'm talking about, baby. This is.
I am so tired of people mentioning our names.
This is how.
Without talking to us.
I'm trying to call you. I was actively calling you.
He was doing push-ups before he came in.
Wow.
I'm fired up, man. All day, all I have heard, all I have seen is the messages from y'all.
The messages.
Wait. Let's all start again. My goal. Let me just say this. I can only speak for myself here. My goal here is peace in the Middle East. Is kumbaya. I don't know if we're gonna get there. Now let me say this. If we can just start off with mild things as we build up.
Mm-hmm.
I have and. Let me just say, I think that Scotty, this is a personal opinion, I think Scotty takes a bunch of crap from people on this radio station. I've heard the morning show, they have a nickname for you. It's kind of a running thing. And in my own mind, I go, what did this guy do to everybody? Like, why? And through all of that, never saw you get riled up, never saw you with many or any clapbacks. But the version of Scotty that is on this podcast, I did not know existed. Do you keep this Scotty inside, and does he exist with all those other comments, or does it take somebody doing something to somebody else to make you this mad?
I think the biggest thing, and you can see, like, if you haven't seen the podcast, because you're getting clips and everything, at Scott Tavlin's my Instagram.
Get it in.
See it there. But what I say in that podcast is you can come for me all day. You can talk about me, talk bad about me. That's fine. You come for my circle. You come for my people. I will bite back. I don't mess around with that, especially when it comes down to somebody that's new. And that's what I was saying about you, Disney. I haven't even been able to talk to you yet. But I was like, who are you going to come for when we walk by? Like, we've walked by you so many times in the building, and, like, Dizzy's never said a word. And then I get on and I listen. I'm like, wait, he's talking mad smack about somebody he doesn't even know. Now, that's what gets under my skin. So that's the version you see. I got this dog
What
in
I'm
me.
commenting on is what she posted. It's not like I'm making this stuff up. It's we're just responding to what she posted about how she's trashing the city. So when I said, I love this city, so I'm going to clap back.
I mean, it's a valid thought, but I don't think if you listen to it, that you did not hear it right. Like, I will say that. If you go, and you can check out Abby's stuff, we talk about it on the podcast, and we literally play it side by side. It's crazy, the version that you heard.
Well, I will say, and again, I'm here to mediate, and I'll do my very best. I don't think it's the crazy. I don't know. She seems very well versed in social media, and I imagine she knows what she's doing. You could probably categorize those videos under like rage baiting, where if you came to a new city and you just pointed out and kind of came for the sacred cows, not saying that anybody's response was right or wrong, but I think you're almost expecting a response when you do a video like that, right?
I don't know if it's necessarily under the category of rage baiting, but as we look at it, it's funny to see. I think she mentions a bunch of things that we all think about, but it wasn't necessarily saying, oh, Tampa's the worst place to live. It doesn't have anything. It was like, here's the things that I would change. Here are the things that I think are kind of funny to point at. Or if you're on Bayshore, here's the 5 kinds of people you're going to see. And it's all spot on.
But
you're
okay,
like, oh, that's true.
So when I sent you the text about us talking about it, you said we got you talking, so maybe it's part of the plan the whole time. That sounds like it's rage baiting.
I think it's part of her making sure that people are seeing her stuff. It's making
rage baiting.
No, it's not rage baiting. It's Tampa specific. And her and I have talked about this multiple times. We're like, oh, what should we do for social media? It's like, well, everything we do has to be Tampa central. Bottom line, it needs to be about this area because we're in this area, integrated in this area. But to take that and run with it and think that it's, oh, she just is crapping on Tampa Bay, well, now we just don't understand the satire and the sarcasm of it.
And here's where my question would be, because I've been kind of asking this question of like the real anger element of it, because she made a video that, right or wrong, questioned and pointed out certain things about Tampa. We are a Tampa radio station here ourselves that delves into talk. And I heard this morning it was actually Monica that included the video in her prep because it had gotten shared that day. So I think it's very well within the realm of something that could be talked about here in a world where we're always looking for content. So when you heard the way that they did it, and specifically Diz, because he's the one who's here right now, you felt like it was coming from a mean-spirited place. We just played the clip. You thought he or they came off as bullies.
Oh, yeah, because it was that group mentality. Do you remember that growing up? And maybe this just happened to me. I remember I would go up to groups, and they would be like just talking bad about you. And like you could tell. And the circle would kind of close, and you wouldn't be allowed in. You're like, man, I thought these people were like my people, but they're not even acknowledging me or giving me a chance to speak up for myself. And so as I was listening to it, I was like, what the heck? We don't even know this girl. Y'all haven't even tried to get to know her yet. Haven't asked her. Don't let her get a voice into the conversation.
But it's not about us getting to know her. It's literally us commenting on something she posted.
Well, she's your coworker that you've walked by multiple times.
What am I supposed to say to her?
You're supposed to talk to her like a coworker in the office.
that day.
You found out that day about those videos?
Yes, did you not just hear him? Monica put it in the prep and we brought it up. I was hearing it live. I heard maybe 20 seconds before we went on air. And Monica was riled up, and it got me riled up because it was like, yeah, who is this girl, bro?
I would say with all the interactions that we've almost had potential to have, I was shocked to see that it was a round table of crapping on somebody next door without knowing somebody next door. That's what I got. And so and that's why you heard that version of me. When I hear a group of people that are talking bad about somebody and they don't let another voice have a say, I'm like, all right, you rallied up the dog. The dog's got to bark. Like, don't come for my people.
Dude,
because I will bite back.
If you're on Mo TV, the veins are popping out of Scott's neck.
In my eyes, she said some crazy stuff. We made funny, stupid comments, and now she's kind of playing the victim.
I don't think.
I will say she's playing. I will say she's playing less of the victim than I was going to say.
So Scotty's playing the victim.
Maybe more than her.
Absolutely, I will take that because again, I'm not new here. I've been around these halls. I've been here since I was an intern. But as somebody that's new, I'm like, okay, we're not going to come in here bashing somebody.
But in the same breath that you're like, you're not going to bash my coworker for this. It's the same breath that I go, well, you're not just going to bash the city I love that you now earn a paycheck in.
She's not bashing the city, though. That's the thing that I don't
There's no good places to eat. There's nothing's here, and that's not bashing it? What's that doing? Building the city up? That's promoting Tampa?
Here's what we'll do. I'll leave it. You can come. I want you to come talk to her with us.
I will say.
That's why I messaged you. You didn't message me back. That's fine. I heard you talk about it on the air. That's cool. When you're ready, talk to us. Without that, all good. But don't be talking bad about somebody if you can't actually talk to them.
Can we just table this portion of it for a second? Are you guys cool before this?
Me and Scotty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with Scotty. Well, he's making a face, so I guess he don't like it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, before, if I came to you 2 weeks ago and you were giving me your honest answer and I said, are you cool with Dizzy?
No, I'm cool with Diz. I'm cool with Diz.
You would have thought that.
Yeah.
And then you would have
no problem
honestly would have said the same.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, ultimately my bigger point here is that this is a bit of an impasse.
Oh, yeah.
And I can understand, people want to stand up for people, but I think my other note would be you also know what this station is like. So when I listened back to the clips you were playing, I said I heard it in my kitchen that morning, and it didn't trigger me to go, damn, I can't believe they're saying this. When I listen to your podcast and I listen to it replayed and I'm trying to put myself in her position, knowing nothing about Diz, knowing nothing about the show, I go, okay, hearing being called a bitch repeatedly and the burn at the stake, that yes, but Diz, and this is, I guess, me stepping for you a little bit, Diz does have a capability to say things where you're almost looking at him and you go do you know what you just said? And I think that was one of those moments. And I don't say that as a pass for him. I say that more as a pass for the bone. And ultimately, I guess it's on individuals like Diz and like Abby to hopefully maybe come together one day to realize there's a big gap for the same reasons that you let all that other stuff run down your back that you hear on this. There's a reason why you do that. And I think, what is it? Let me just ask you.
For me, it's, again, I don't get impacted by those things. You could say whatever you want about me, but I'm not going to let somebody who's walking around here new have that same treatment just yet. Because I told her, and I talk about this in the podcast, it's, it took me a couple of years before my name started getting just torn up. And that's fine. I joke with it too. I'll come on here and talk about it any day.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, wait, I didn't even know what was said. You just texted me that you talked about it. And I was like, okay, no, wait, I was away on vacation. And then I finally went back and listened to it. I was like, okay, absolutely not. We're not doing that.
Well, I do have to.
So then hold on. Yeah. If the whole thing is we'll just have a conversation, why didn't you text me and be like, dude, you went hard? And then we could have had a conversation.
Well, I wanted to see how Abby reacted to it. That's why, I didn't know.
But she didn't care, I thought you said.
We literally, she didn't. I care.
Okay,
that's
so
my
again,
partner.
So
that's my person. You don't come for my person.
But again, you just said that we should have conversations in times like this.
We're literally,
so
I literally
a hypocrite. Why don't you have a conversation?
Set it up. I have literally texted you. So I know we talked about this earlier. No.
After
we
you
literally
talked
just
about
did the podcast. We just did the podcast. It is up. You could listen to it. Make your own opinion. That's fine. But I texted this. I gave him a heads up. I was like,
yeah,
here's what it's going to be about.
I will say that was interesting. But the fact that you sent that the fact that you sent the text, I thought it was going to be much milder. You said I popped off, I'm like, okay, Scotty popping off isn't really popping off. And then I listened to the first.
Underestimate the dog, man. Don't mess with my people.
I listened to the first couple minutes. I'm like, damn, I don't think I've ever heard Scotty drop an F-bomb, let alone many. So there was definitely something there. It's just, is there a way through?
I'm ready for these two to talk. That's why I texted Diz. I said, you know what? Come on in. I want you to actually have a full-blown conversation with Abby. You want to air it out with her? Do it. Open it up. I'll be the mediator there. But until that moment happens,
you're compromised.
You got to bring in like Ann Kelly or something. You have to bring you have to bring in a true neutral party. And I will say, she does say in the podcast, and I thought it was very self-aware of her to go, I knew what I was doing when I made that post, and they're just doing that for their radio show, which I think was a great observation on her. I knew what I was doing, and that's the path for me, and they knew what they were doing. So I think everybody's working in a similar way. Does that ultimately stem from a place of hatred or dislike or disrespect? it may come through that way, but I don't know.
I think if you go through and you watch your videos and you stop, like you don't put yourself into it, you think, wait, this is sarcasm, this is satire, this is funny, you actually understand it. Because I could look at things in my city that I love. I love the city so much. I would never leave it. And then I look at it and I'm like, she has a great point. That's the type of things that I notice in Tampa too.
Scotty hates Tampa too.
Yeah, get out of here. Yo, dude, I'll get Tampa tattooed on my butt cheek. Don't
I
even
already
try
have Tampa tattooed on me. I love
Prove
my
it.
city.
And he's Canadian.
It's on my
and he's
I said butt cheek. He's about to get his undress.
Scotty move.
He's
That's
disrobing.
good.
He's disrobing. He's absolutely disrobing. But I have something else. I have something else here that it feels like I'm being disingenuous by not sharing details with you.
Oh, bring it.
So.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not saying I started this whole thing, but I'm going to purge myself as well. And I feel the need to do this to Abby, and maybe I'll have to send you the audio because I don't even know when it was. But we were on with Jacob weeks ago, weeks and weeks, probably 2 weeks before. This was within our first couple weeks maybe. And Jacob was like, oh, I really want to meet Abby. And, he wants to meet everybody. And I had an interaction in the hallway where I thought Abby was rude. And I proceeded to tell Jacob, I don't know if you want to meet her because, she's pretty rude around the hallways here. And I stand by what I said on that
What
day.
did she do that was rude?
Well, there's now been, because we were together the first day that she was in, and I felt this warm, this warm vibe between everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's different. Could be a me thing. I could be the bitch boy here. Every interaction since then has been cold from her end. So I said that on the air. And in your podcast, you go on and on about who's talking trash, who's all of this. So just so you know that the words that I have said publicly are now out there for you to hear as well.
You know what? I appreciate you saying that. I would appreciate it more if it goes to Abby instead.
Yeah, and that's ultimately the thing. Is she's not here, is she?
No, she's not here.
Yeah, which, maybe we get to a
In
place.
the city she hates? Are you kidding me?
She's actually in Tampa right now.
She flies in from Jacksonville every morning. She catches it. So I don't know what happens next. I told Diz off the air I love all of this, even if I don't like being in the middle of it. I would love to hear him sit down with Abby, whether it's on your field or this field. Sounds like it needs to be on your field.
Absolutely. And I heard you earlier, Diz. You said, you got to come in here. Absolutely not.
You didn't
ask for this.
You're on the mic right now.
Yeah.
You did come in here.
I'm doing this for John. I love John.
So you did come in here.
And
I was driving by from Fox 13. I was like, let me go ahead and stop by and talk to John.
You're in here, so you're doing what I said. That had to happen.
Man, I'm telling you what.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You're in the.
Oh God.
About to throw down the headphones and get me started.
How are your fighting capabilities? Because that was a main discussion point this morning on the morning show. It was like, who could you beat up? And obviously, it well documented through the veins in your arms and your build. You're very physically fit. Do you feel confident you could beat up every member of 102.5 The Bone at a time?
Yeah, 100%.
What? This Iron Man guy?
Yeah.
You might be Iron Man. I'm Dr. Doom, dog.
Yeah. You think you could?
Don't let those muscles fool you, dog. Don't let those muscles fool you,
Do you think you could beat him in a fight?
Yes.
That's insane to say out loud.
Yes.
That is insane. I will say, and I said this
He
on
lifts
Instagram,
more than me. He could beat me in a heavy.
I can lift you over my head and literally snap you in
I'll
half.
crack your jaw, though.
I don't know personally who I would, if we're going
I rest
1
my
versus
case.
1 against everybody on the bone. I don't know that I'm putting anybody on the bone above Scotty.
Zumba Cruz over here, I'm not worried about.
Bro, you see that body when I took off the shirt?
Yeah, you got a great body. Guess what? You ain't got these hands.
Those hands can't even hurt this body. All it is muscle, bro.
Yeah, okay. You got a glass jaw.
Oh, man. I won't.
They build him soft on Magic.
Well, peace was not a cheat. Oh, God.
Oh,
God.
John Brennan's calling in.
I don't know who
Stop
it is.
this now.
You're live on the air. Who is this?
I mean, I was sitting debating this whole time on whether I should call in and get involved.
Oh, please, thank you. And then I summoned your name, and but yes,
you
Mike
didn't have to
Calta.
say my name. The minute you asked him if he could beat up everybody at the bone, he confidently said yes with his dumb mouth open. Listen, head down the hall and play some Katy Perry, bitch.
Oh!
It is my teenage dream to beat that ass. Let's go.
I don't like her either. She's got a bad reputation around the building already. She's cocky, and everybody's talking about it. That's the bottom line. If you want the truth, I don't have to have a podcast to say it.
Just because somebody else says things.
Real heat.
I'm not even in the building, and I've heard that her reputation around the building is bad already.
It doesn't fit the mold that you all like women to sit in. That's fine. She likes to say things and do things in a different style. I'm telling you right now, get used to it, because that's how we roll. I don't need somebody to sit in there just like me. I don't need somebody that's bright and positive and bubbly. I need somebody
I hate to tell you, but she's exactly like you.
She's nowhere
You're
near like
both
me.
Fake.
Jesus.
He said fake? What part of me is fake?
Fake. No, I gotta be honest with you. You're not fake. You are what you put out there. I'll give you that 100%.
Exactly. Even this side, I will say, you guys don't get to see this side, but yo.
And I'll be honest with you about something else too. I don't want to fight you.
Hey,
I don't feel like it would be easy.
No, like I'll go until I die. Like
that's the thing. I mean, I'm just looking from a cardio perspective. All of these different things. I think
it's like Ian said. Forget cardio. I'm just going to grab you close and snap your head off.
Dude, what if we? It seems like this could be a way to pull the punch out off, where it's like a gauntlet style. Scotty's in the ring, and just one by one, the Bone staff steps in to see who can take him out.
And he beats the crap out of 75% of them.
Yeah, he's just a pile of bodies.
Y'all
laying
got
around.
some big boys, though. I'm not going to lie.
It's just a pile of bodies.
Y'all got like a couple feet on me. I'm not going to lie about that.
Oh, man. Well,
listen, I got to be honest with you. I miss in-building fighting. This is nice. It's nice to bring it back.
Yeah, I battled all day with what to do or what not to do, and I'm feeling better about it right now.
Scotty, don't you think? Can I just tell you that I saw those videos because she came up on my timeline, and I was like, that seems a little weird that she's new to Tampa and she's distant Tampa. But like Galvin said, I just rolled through it. I wasn't like, oh, screw that bitch, I hate her.
Burn her at the stake.
I just thought it was a little bit. I thought it was a little bit awkward. And then when I saw other people were talking about it, I was like, yeah, I thought about that too. It just doesn't seem like a right thing to do. Now I'm not saying that she shouldn't have her own opinion. She's not entitled to it, but she's pretty specific about dogging the guys and saying that they're Miami wannabe guys and that there's no good restaurants. Oh, bitch, what restaurants have you been to?
I will say, and you know what? I thought when she started doing these videos, I thought it was hilarious because I've thought a lot of those similar things. But you got to talk to her for that conversation because she has a different way of humor that you already know me. I don't go there. I'm not that sarcastic.
Well, you didn't until she came along, and now all of a sudden you're in here ready to throw hands.
That's because that's my partner.
And also, it's you say it's a different kind of humor. I'm not seeing the humor. I'm seeing a moody 20-year-old complain.
Well, okay, let me ask you, Mike. Well, what? Okay, and I mean this with all the love, but how old are you, Mike?
54.
Okay, so Abby's 28, and so she sees things in a different lens in that downtown Tampa area. And I think if you're in the 20s, you get that. You see those things.
And I do get that. We talked about that at length this morning, that's not our target demo, and that she may be, and clearly she had 100 and something thousand views on it. She's doing something right. So we were taken back by it, but I'm not saying it's not right.
Well,
it's not saying it's not smart.
I think it's a smart thing that she was able to hit a nerve that I think a lot of people are thinking. Because when you go through, of course, there's going to be people in the comments that are like, how dare she? But then you look at the 20-year-old, especially the 20-year-old female comments that are like, oh, wait, no, she has a point.
Well, look at us. You just did 40 minutes on the bone where people can hear you go long form. So obviously somebody did somewhere along the line was the right move.
You know what?
Nobody said it yet, but she's a solid 6 at best. So what is she complaining about, guys?
Y'all need to talk to my girl.
Thanks, man. Good to hear from you, Mike. Have a good day, buddy.
See you guys.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all mad because my girl's funnier than y'all. That's all right.
Okay, now we're just
that's it. All right, come on the podcast,
crazy.
Dizzy, when you're ready. See y'all.
Now we're just crazy.
Thank you, Scotty. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Wow. Don't go anywhere. We've got... Wow. All right.
I think that went well.
It did win about as well as it could have. Don't go anywhere. We've got some Fat Boy news. I don't know how much we're going to be able to get to, but we'll hit some news stories as we get ready for John's Joints. Yes. You know, I'm a Wild Fork Foods man. My fridge stays stocked. I got some of those pasture-raised chicken breast I'm going to throw on the grill tonight. And for that stuff that's kind of what I call weeknight dinners, they are the spot. They've got so many different varieties of burgers and ground beef, chicken breast, chicken thighs, the stuff you want to make casseroles with and everything in between at unbelievable prices, but the variety is unbelievable as well. 450 items to choose from with the sides, the sauces, seasonings, and desserts to go right along with it. I always get it ordered online. It shows up at my front door. I love that feeling. But you can go in store, West Chase, South Tampa, and St. Pete. But check them out online, would you, at wildforkfoods.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes, and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-476-6115. 800-476-6115. That's 800-476-6115.
I want you to take a moment and think of one thing that you really wanted to do recently, but you didn't because your foot, leg, or back pain got in the way. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store. Well, you're not alone. We hear it all the time. Folks fed up with living with the pain that's been keeping them from doing what they love, looking to us for a solution. That's why we're here, to help you get back out there. Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store are designed to alleviate, even eliminate, foot, knee, hip, and back pain. Plus, provide improved balance, more comfort, and, well, a better life. Let us show you how we can help turn your pain into possibilities with a free fitting at the Good Feet store. You'll be personally fit by an arch support specialist. You'll walk around, see how they feel. Then you decide if they're right for you before you buy. With over 200 stores, there's likely one just a hop, skip, and a you-know-what from you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Stop by any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota today, or visit us at goodfeet.com.
Stop searching and start saving at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. Limited time. A special selection of new Chevys from across the Southeast has arrived. One-time pricing below market value. The best models with the biggest savings will sell fast, so don't wait. Plus, we're paying top dollar for trades. Keep the cash or use it to upgrade and save even more. Don't miss your chance to upgrade for less. Visit StingrayChevrolet.com now. Together, let's drive.
If you bought an older house and you need to replace the old wood frame windows, but budgets are tight, you don't have to replace them all at the same time. Call WeatherTight Windows. They can help you prioritize which windows to start with and set up a plan to eventually replace all your windows so you don't have to break the bank. And remember, they offer no money down and no payments until installation and a $100 rebate per window.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
A world of taste awaits at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay during the Food, Wine, and Garden Festival. Guests can sip and savor their way through flavorful eats and treats. while enjoying 20 live concert performances, all included with park admission. The Food, Wine, and Garden Festival returns Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays now through May 10th, 2026.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah and Farah anytime.
Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Girls alone. Two Bud Lights deep and she's saying things she don't mean it, no. I met her down at Aldi. She said that she saw me walking.
Safe to say, Diz, that'll be the clip of the day today.
Yes.
Is that safe to say?
I believe so.
If you just joined us, I don't want to say all hell broke loose, but it felt like at a couple different moments that it did. I thought it was going to be very calm. Then it started ramping up. Then it got calm. Then it ramped up again. And then if you're the agent of chaos, I don't know what that makes Mike Calta, because he brought the kerosene, the gasoline, and the jet fuel and set it all ablaze in regards to the ongoing beef between the morning show on Magic and Dizzy and I guess JP and Monica. I don't know if Monica's involved. Sounds like she made the transition to full-blown Team Abby. So
Yeah, I think she's over at Magic 949 doing voiceovers right now.
Needless to say, we will have it up. You can obviously watch the video replays all the time. So go do that whenever you'd like. But we still have a hell of a program. We've got John's Joints headed your way in mere moments. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this? 813.
Yep, this is Bradley, a 10-year Eden resident from the show Neighbors.
Oh, my gosh. Bradley, how the hell you doing, man?
Doing absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, it was kind of funny. That's not what we actually thought we were shooting. We thought it was more documentary about our neighborhood.
Let me real quick, let me reset real quick for those that don't know what we're talking about. There's a show, and the episode debuted over the weekend, called Neighbors on HBO, that is a reality show that digs into these wild beefs amongst neighbors. And the most recent episode had a guy whose neighbors hated him in California because he was always running around in a thong. So he comes to Florida to check out Eden, which is in Pasco County, and much of the episode is spent there. Did you spend time around the guy, Danny?
A little, not a lot. The girl was actually hitting on me.
Oh, the girl that ended up being the young girl who was the rapper.
Yeah, which was kind of strange because I was pretty much out in the public there. So, yep, he had to see that going on.
Man, are you a listener?
Yeah, you
a listener to this station, or did somebody call you and
always,
tell you we were talking about you?
Always. I've been from the original Bone event back at the Hard Rock.
Oh, damn.
Which must be 15, 20 years ago or whatever.
Oh.
So, yeah, you see me 3 times, and biggest thing I got is when I do the karaoke, I'm the guy doing I'm Too Sexy.
Oh, dude, you're the I'm Too Sexy guy.
Yeah, I was on The Voice with Drew at Caliente, and I did that then.
Hell
so,
yeah,
yep.
You got a hell of a hog on you.
Oh, man. Well, Johnny B comes out and does a show. He just did it there about 3 weeks ago, but he comes out once a year and does his comedy out there. So, nope, we all a bunch of Big Bone fam. Plenty of people there love you guys.
Dude, well, thank you so much for checking in, man. Don't be a stranger. Love to know that we're being embraced in the naturalist community.
All right. You sounds good, guys. Take it easy, Dizzy.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you. I knew somebody had to be listening.
Yes.
From the community. What a world. Real quick, imagine all that can happen in 5 years. Jobs will change, kids grow, memes come out, things you think you won't know in another 5 years. But thanks to Xfinity, you won't have to worry about the price of your internet when it comes to your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that's going to boost speeds to your devices that need them most. It's going to find and fix issues before you even know that you have them. For the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you'll get the best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's all with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Imagine that. Man, I feel like I'm in like a whirlwind, dude. I'm fresh off of the fight. Then we got the dude from the Neighbors show calling in. It's like, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to believe. We've been doing this for a minute now, leading into John's Joints on certain days, Fat Boys News.
Yes.
Where we dig into some food news, hopefully mostly fast food news, but we like to hit all of the different elements of food. And this, bizarrely, I was so happy when I saw this article because this is, I don't want to say that I can like tell something about a person's overall character by asking them this question, but I love asking people this question. And it's, if you could only eat one nut for the rest of your life, what would it be? I don't know what it is about that question that I feel you get an interesting answer from people. Do you have you've probably told me before, but what is your go-to nut?
I think it's cashews. I think we had talked about it. I mentioned cashews.
Which I think is respectable. I now am so in the boiled peanut community that I don't know if I can turn my back on the peanut.
Yeah.
I love a spicy peanut. I love a boiled peanut. I love a honey roasted peanut. But you would be right in that cashews are America's favorite snacking nut. 43% of overall respondents, 51% of boomers name it their top choice of nut. It is the cashew of the nut community, I believe.
Is pistachio considered a nut?
I think.
Because that might be my choice. I do love some pistachios.
I think it is. Like, there's really, it gets a little mucky. But yes,
Okay.
I think per this list, pistachio is a nut, and they've got it broken down by parts of the country. And in the Midwest, pistachio is the most beloved nut.
Okay. I love me some
The
pistachios.
pistachio is also,
But not without the shell. For some reason, I won't eat those.
The shell it's part of the experience.
Yeah.
It's weird because we like to bitch about the price of gas and groceries and stuff. I think nuts are probably like the sleeper most expensive thing. Like, you go to buy a big ass bag of pistachios, it's going to cost you like $27.
Really?
You start getting into the shelled pistachio world, it's going to be like $30.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, they are the Midwest, or I'm sorry, the Southwest love peanuts. The West is down with the almonds. I'll tell you, I've been really enjoying lately pecans.
Oh, I love pecans.
It's a nice
good. Little
oily.
sweetness to it,
Yeah,
right?
Aldi has an Italian seasoned pecan that's like real oily, and it's I don't know, but I've been into pecans, and then I don't know who the hell's just snacking on these, but up in the Northeast, they supposedly love hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts,
Too crunchy.
Which one's the hazelnut?
Hazelnut is probably the little one in the nut mixture that you leave.
Oh yeah, I hate this one. I looked it up. I hate hazelnut.
Yeah, those are not those. Now hazelnut spread,
yes.
which is a Nutella and things like. I don't know how they take that nut that's no fun and make a delicious chocolate out of it, but I guess they do.
Yeah, do they add like
chocolate?
Yeah, is there chocolate?
I think it's mostly hazelnut. I think when you crush that stuff up, it just becomes like a chocolatey delight.
There is some chocolate in it.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
They're like, it's all chocolate. They put a couple hazelnuts in there to make you think so.
The cocoa, sugar, oil, milk. Yes, it's definitely chocolate.
Before we go to break, I've been trying to find a way, and I've told, not that anybody's listening, but I believed that I could be the man that could save Burger King. Burger King has been struggling. They've been struggling real bad for a long time. And they have a new campaign where they're getting rid of the king. The Burger King, there's a new king, and that king is you. I have a clip from the commercial because I think what they do in the beginning of the commercial is exactly what they had to do, and they had to openly be honest that everybody's trashing Burger King. Oh, got a PlayStation commercial.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, I got a PlayStation commercial. But they openly are...
happened? There was a time Burger King used to be king. Flame grilled burgers, served by folks only happy when you had it your way. No matter where or when or who, every meal felt special.
Spotted at a Burger King in Calgary.
Because you felt special. It was great.
Take me to Burger King.
And spoiler alert, they get to the end where they say that's why there's a new king, and the king is you. You never even liked Burger King on its best day.
No, not a fan at all. I'm trying to think like what I would even like at there. Like Whoppers aren't bad to me, but I don't even think I would get them that much. I think it was like the chicken sandwich I would get.
Do you not like the flame broiled taste? Like when you taste that, do you go, I don't like that? Because that's what I like about it.
I don't know. It's just like, I don't even think it's the beef patty. I think it's just when everything's together, it just doesn't taste like a good burger to me. Like not one of my go-tos.
We've come to an impasse here. We've come to an impasse, much like you and Scotty the Body.
There's no getting past this.
Dude, the Whopper is my Abby, and you've come for her time and time again, and I just know that there's nowhere else we can go. But at least, how about this? At least they're trying. At least they're trying.
Yeah.
And nothing they can do is going to change it for you. But I did think a lot about how I went on my pancake expedition this week, and I had inner guilt that I didn't make it for a Whopper. Like, while I was making bad decisions, I was like, I should have shoved the Whopper down my throat, too, instead of just late night pancakes.
But you could do all, well, I guess no. I was going to say you could do that on the cruise, but it's not like they're going to have flame broiled patties.
I'm very curious about the burger situation on the cruise. Because on the Carnival, they've got the Guy Fieri burger bar.
Yeah.
They don't have that here. So I plan on eating some burgers. I just hope that they're good burgers.
You got to get Gio on the line. You know, he's Burger Boy.
Burger Boy probably does know a thing or two about the burger selection. Senning Show, last call, and then we got to step aside. Who's this?
Vroom, vroom, Ross Chastain.
Hey, my guy. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? I brought you guys some soup. My buddy Chris, the manager at Cattle Clay, and I don't know, her name must have been happy because she just walked through and then walked out. She told me to leave it out in the that waiting area. So
it's here right now?
Yeah, it's been here for like a half an hour.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, we're going to go find the Clambo and make sure we can slurp it down real quick. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, man. Yeah, throw it out there, man. My Chris, the manager at Caddo Clam, and you know what to do, man. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Vroom, vroom, brother. Thank you. All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's time to fire up John's Joints. We'll be joined by Drew Garabo. We'll do another little recap of Down to Bowl and start hitting some of the serious news of the day. We talked earlier about what happened with the ice at the airport, but now another situation with a plane and a fire truck. Airport's not looking too good. And also not a ceasefire, but supposedly some talks going on between us and Iran. Are they real? We'll try to work through it all together. Coming up next on John's Joints with Drew Garabo. It's time to get that air conditioning checked out before we get cranked up to 100 degrees. The cold probably behind us, and you want to make sure that AC is ready to go as we get into the warmer months. But whether it's AC, electric, plumbing, even pool repair, Hawkins is the way to go. I've had Hawkins do a bunch of work in my house. They replaced all my lighting fixtures. They got my pool system in order. My pool is futuristic. I can control the lights and the pump right from my phone. Been a complete game changer, and they come with tons of great guarantees. You got to check them out at HawkinsServiceCO.com. It's your first time using them, and you heard about them right here on The Bone. Let them know that's 10% off. Do not hesitate and book today. HawkinsServiceCO.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Hey, America, want to save $1,000 and get free internet forever? That was a rhetorical question. Switch to Spectrum and save $1,000 guaranteed. Seriously, you can hold us to it. We call it the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. Just switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum and we'll give you free fiber-powered internet forever. Yeah, free internet forever. And we guarantee $1,000 of real savings in your first year, or we'll cover the difference. It's a guaranteed no-brainer. Learn more at spectrum.com/free forever. Spectrum Internet is powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial lines. Restrictions apply.
Ow, brothers and sisters. It is I, Pastor Dizzy, and I'm here to tell you about Kava Social Club. You see, Kava Social Club has freshly brewed drinks daily. That's all right, daily. Daily fresh brewed drinks. Kratom, Kava, THC infused drinks whenever you want. 24/7. I said 24/7. One more time in the back for the 24/7. So just as much as you praise, you can be enjoying the life. I said the life at the Kava Social Club. Look them up on the interweb at thekavasocialclub.com. Praise in the almighty name of the Kava Social Club. Boolah, baby.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is just getting started. That's right. Right now at Crown Kia, the deals are stronger than ever. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments for 90 days. Don't wait. These offers won't last forever. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you grow your business from idea to industry leader? With smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and Beanbag Share.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
For a limited time, get up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free.
To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Walk-Ons in Tampa and Wesley Chapel are always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weekend dinner, they got you covered. Catch all the college basketball action at Walk-On Sports Bistro with great beer specials while you cheer on your favorite teams. And starting March 15th through April 6th, take part in the Courtside Comeback Challenge. Just pick up a Courtside Comeback card in the restaurant. Each visit earns you a stamp. And once you collect all 5 stamps, you'll be entered for a chance to win a pair of custom Nike shoes. It's a fun way to keep the tournament energy going all season long. Walk-Ons, where every fan feels like a winner.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This hour of Senning Show sponsored by Trajan Wealth. Retirement planning built on trust.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
You give me chill when you sing so sweet.
Welcome back to the Senning Show. We're about to fire up John's Joints, the first one of its kind in, 9, 10, 11 days, however long it's been. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. And every afternoon at 3 o'clock, as we prep the scene for Drew Garabo Live, the man himself joins the fray. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, guys.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I think I feel okay. Good enough to work.
Yeah, that's the come up from Thursday afternoon, I will say is impressive because I worried about your well-being after seeing you on Thursday.
Yeah, I was worried about it too when I looked at you when my voice gave out and I saw the look of horror on your face. The look of horror on your face permeated my soul.
When you started doing kind of like a shiver like this, you were doing like one of these, so I was like, oh no. But look at that. You bounced back down to bowl. Massive success. I will again get ahead of the cart. I was late because I showed up. I was going to be a few minutes late, and then I was many few minutes late because I went to the wrong location. Knowing I really just wish there could have been a video on me inside the Midtown location, not accepting what was right before my very eyes. Like, I was thinking, like, something's happened. Like, I was thinking the whole date's wrong. Like, something is for at least 15 seconds before I looked down at my phone and saw the text from Birdie of, like, are you alive? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was really worried about you. And then I realized how I screwed up by, like, kind of punking you when you came in. But what I should have done was like had everyone go into that little party room.
Hide.
And so when you walked in, it would have been empty, but I didn't think about that.
That would have been funny too. But yes, no, I did appreciate as I was walking in the building, the man that went to the wrong location. It was very Michael Rotunda-esque who did that, I think, multiple years in a row for the toy drive. So it was a beautiful day, though. Thank you. Obviously, to you. Over $33,000 raised for the Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay. Always so many great people that, for the most part, I at least only get to see once a year, including, but not limited to, Jacob 2 times, who was just in heaven.
Wow, what a special day for him, huh?
Yeah, he was feeling it. He was as happy as could be, and I love seeing the pictures of him and Mike and Galvin, and got to hang with Danielle for a bit as well. And I imagine that's one of the happiest days of his year.
Yeah, and he wants to challenge Birdie in Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, he's talking to her about it. He's like, Sarah, I think I could beat you in Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy.
That would be fun. We should have to do like the whatever New Wave.
Oh yeah.
New Wave.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pick Sarah friendly songs, of course.
Rig the game.
Yep.
John's Joints being brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash, that brand new location in South Tampa on South Dale Mabry. We can go in, take advantage of the long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, and the amazing staff. But really, this time of year, I was reading an article this morning about how this quite possibly could be the worst pollen season in Tampa Bay history. You can clean your car today, and then it's covered in pollen the next day. That's why that unlimited membership plan is a must. And you can get that at your local Bubble Down. They have locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, Spring Hill, and now that new spot in South Tampa on South Dale Mabry. Make your way in today, and you will have the cleanest car in town every time you Bull Down.
Matt, may I just weigh in on what just happened last segment?
Oh, yes, please do. Well, you kind of already did. I have a feeling where you're going with it, but yes, please.
Yes, dude, Scotty was awesome. Yeah. Abby's great, and she is doing exactly what a newcomer to this market should do. And anyone in radio who doesn't understand that, what the hell is wrong with you?
So it's a me thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not just a you thing. Like anybody in radio who doesn't get that she's seeking heat and getting that heat, that you don't get it, dude.
But in our defense, then Scotty doesn't get it because we said she's rage baiting. He said she is not.
Well, she clearly is. I mean,
exactly.
He's very loyal to his people. She is absolutely rage baiting, and it's magnificent.
Captain Save-A-Hole over there. Well, not you, him.
I'll take that.
I think too, it is so out of the norm of that station. Like, you think of what has been on that station, what he does, what the previous shows did. I don't know that there's been a moment of controversy or heat seeking. There we go. So I think because of that, it obviously shines through in a different way. And it's her trashing Tampa is your fish in the microwave. And she has got people she has got people riled up, and,
awesome.
And to the benefit of probably them. Of course, the first thing Scotty does when he gets in here is shouts out where you can find him and where you can listen to the podcast.
He knows how to work.
And everything involved.
He's great, man.
Really, if we're being honest, trying to be honest, their success ultimately is better for everybody. If every show in this building is doing good, we're probably all doing good.
Sure.
So from that perspective, I'll be very interested to see if they get Diz on the pod, if that's anything that happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You should do it. Call more people back over here, man. An inter-building radio war that calls attention to two separate brands.
That is true, actually, now, too. If you can go on there and be interesting enough, that they got, I'm just saying, no, I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant it like, undeniably, whether we like it or not, through what's happened here today, people are going to go listen to that podcast.
Hell
it's
yeah.
going to happen. So if you go there, and like I said, it goes well.
If you're interesting enough.
People will find their way back to this station and ultimately to your stuff. So it is as combative as it is. When it's all said and done, this could be beneficial for everybody.
Oh my God, dude! If you guys can get females age 25 to 54 from them to move over to here in the afternoon instead of listening to Gala Life or whatever they got going on,
dude,
win-win.
A couple soccer mom cougs over in our direction.
Hell yeah!
That'll be a good thing.
Let's go.
It is. It's just interesting because obviously the combative nature of it all makes me die a little bit inside.
It does die.
But it's also the perfect situation where I'm trying, like I want to be able to be in the middle of it without being in it. But it's hard not to get your heart rate elevated when Scotty came in hot, obviously, which then made Diz perk up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then obviously Mike comes in and just takes a flamethrower to everything that's standing.
Sure.
And I know that the people appreciate it.
They love it.
I hope that there can be and will be peace on the other side.
He said the F word, Scotty did on his podcast. I was listening to the podcast this morning, not on your show.
Yeah.
I was listening to his podcast, and as soon as he said the F word, I'm like, I've known Scotty for a couple of years. I don't think I've ever heard him say that word.
Yeah.
And that could be ultimately beneficial to him as well because he is positive. I think the guy's like a motivational speaker as his side gig. So to know that there is a human being in there that can drop some F-bombs, I think is probably good for him.
I liked him more after that.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, okay, Scotty, I see
a little respect.
There's something to that. To that. You did text me earlier, so I'll feel the need to revisit it and also just ease your mind. Not a cry for help, not falling off the rails completely, but did find myself really enjoying breakfast baked goods for a 24-hour span on Saturday into Sunday morning, where I ate a bunch of pancakes and then woke up immediately wanting more pancakes and settled for waffle.
Johnny's back, everybody.
I will tell you, I didn't want to step on the scale this morning just because I was worried that I had undone all of the things I had done. But thank God that number was right where it was. And it turns out you can gorge yourself on pancakes and waffles in a 12-hour span and everything ends up okay.
Yeah, well, let's not get a text from Elevate tomorrow saying, hey, today's day 2, buddy. Emoji.
It's funny. I think I just told Diz off the air. I didn't say. So they sent me this long text about not being there. And then I responded back and said, this hurts. And then during the show, they responded and said, not as bad as your muscles will if you actually show up this week. Yeah,
you think that's
it's got it. Well,
it's Danielle, right?
Yeah.
Just because of the Danielle looks so tan comment in the first one, I thought for sure it was Danielle, but who the hell knows? But either way, I'm back in business. Little detour.
You can't say that yet.
You're back in business when you get to the gym.
Yeah. I'll let you guys know when I'm officially back in business.
All right.
I've got back in business plans going on.
By the way, no Whoppers, dude? You don't no love for the Whopper?
Yeah.
The flame-broiled goodness?
I'm not a big fan of it.
Damn.
Never was.
Dude, there is a divide in the world of people that just do not like Burger King. And it's got to be something to do with that flavor. I mean, it's because there's nobody else out there that you could get around here. I think you'd have to probably go to a chain, a Dairy Queen, to get a char grilled burger.
The brazier burger.
Until we get Cookout right here.
Oh, I can't wait. When is that supposed to happen?
Oh yeah, wasn't it supposed to happen by now?
They're not moving very quick.
Oh, what a burger.
It's gonna be in St. Pete, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh,
it's where the Boston Market. Dude, there's a viral video. So I think it was released maybe Friday of last week. Luke Combs did Hot Ones. The country guy did Hot Ones, and it's gone viral because a lot of people don't know what Cookout is, and he gave a breakdown of what Cookout is, and everybody said you've never been more spot on.
For the uninitiated, what is Cookout, and do you have a go-to tray order and fancy shake flavor?
He's also dying.
question.
He's also dying. He just ate the spiciest wing. So if it sounds like he's struggling through it, that's why.
When I go to Cookout, no one else is allowed to order.
RFK.
Char, grilled, hamburgers, the whole nine. Like, you can get a corn dog as a side, which is fire. Quesadilla as a side, by the way. You can add a milkshake for like $1.50. It's unbelievable. Imagine like Chick-fil-A without all the like helpful camp counselors that stand outside. And like you come up and it's just a guy that's like, he's from the South, but his attitude is giving Philly in the window. And he's like, cookout, what do you want? And you're like, I think. And it's like you can hear him being like, come on. Like you can feel the guy in the thing. Oh, God.
Be careful.
It is the most intimidating menu you'll ever pull up to. Like, studying the menu before you go is a must, because all of these things that are sides are not actually sides. Like, you get to put together this, like, cookout-style box, but the sides are corn dogs, quesadilla, cheese curds, mozzarella sticks. Like, the things that you can put together in this box, you need to know what you're going into.
You should research their menu online before you go for the first time. I went the first time when Sarah and I were driving up to Charleston, and I got to the board, and I'm just looking like
overwhelmed.
Pulled pork sandwich, burger, onion ring. I don't know, and I still feel like I screwed it up.
I just hope that they can keep the same energy. Like, because a lot of places when they grow and expand, it doesn't end up being as good. And right now, unless you're traveling through the South, you usually don't see them. They're expanding. I can only hope that they keep that big cookout energy as they make their way through Florida.
Kirk Cousins, also a huge cookout guy.
Dude, I mean, once you have it, it's hard not to be. I mean, it really is. And I think he said it. I don't know if I made it to that part. You can also add a milkshake to your box for like $1.50. And they have like 30. They have like 30 milkshake flavors. Like this whole menu, one whole side of the screen is nothing but milkshakes.
And we've been talking about how there's price hikes in all these foods. Cookout is reasonably priced,
they're
right?
known for being cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know if by the time they make it here, if that will be the case. But either way, hitting with, I guess, what is the big news we talk about these days? President Trump announced earlier today that U.S. will. Well, I guess the first thing you need to know before I say this part is that yesterday or 2 days ago, Trump gave Iran a 48-hour notice to open the Strait of Hormuz, or he was going to bomb all of their power plants and all of the oil infrastructure and everything and wreck their world. So that was going to expire tonight at 7 o'clock. Well, he's now announced today the U.S. will not attack any part of Iran's power and energy infrastructure for 5 days after Washington and Tehran have engaged in good, very productive talks over the weekend about ending the 3-week-old war, saying, I am pleased to report the United States and the country of Iran, which is interesting. I was reading a lot about, he's been calling them the regime. And this is the first time publicly he's called them the country, which means he's already toning down the rhetoric a little bit. Over the last 2 days, very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. I have a belief, what I believe is happening.
What do you believe
Because
is happening?
Iran has come out and said, no, we're not talking to him. We're not talking to anybody. No official channels have been opened. I think, and this happened a couple weeks ago when everybody thought that the gas prices were going to go through the roof. I think this is him trying to save the market. I think this is him on a Monday morning doing whatever he can to have the market not completely tank. And guess what? It went up once he announced this. And then once Iran came out and said, nope, not true, it went back down. So I think he's trying to avoid the inevitable huge crash that is coming with gas prices and the stock market as a whole. But if you told me I had to bet or a gun to my head, I don't believe that we're having in-depth legitimate talks with them at this point.
No, and I do appreciate a president trying to stabilize the market and keep it from tanking, but I think that has a short shelf life if you're not really doing what you say you're doing.
Yeah, they came out immediately. The foreign ministry issuing a statement to the state-run news paper saying remarks by the U.S. president are part of efforts to reduce energy prices and buy time to implement his military plans. Because there was a report last night, which I don't know has been taken back, that they've got 4,500 Marines headed there right now with all sorts of new, fighter jets and a bunch of things as well. So it really is moment by moment. Like, you could read something in a second and go, okay, maybe this thing's winding down. And then you read something the next day and you go, oh, God, we're sending troops there. This is getting worse and worse. And, as a civilian, to try and know what's really going on, borderline impossible, I would say.
It is. And I just hope that we don't lose any troops like that are headed that way, because that's almost 5,000 young men and women.
I keep seeing these posts, and I think I saw them even a few weeks ago, and I don't know if there's any truth to them. It would take a real serviceman or woman to know, but that they're feeding a lot of the troops like lobster, and they do that. They do that right before major deployments, and they send people away even before they tell them. They'll often start feeding them really, really good food.
Okay.
And so it's become a viral thing of all these soldiers sharing their lobster and steak dinners that they've been eating over the last couple weeks, which is ultimately, according to some, what they do before before they send you off.
I never knew that, but I mean, I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's real. Again, what can you believe on the internet? Could be an AI lobster tail for all I know.
Hope it's Maine lobster, not that,
Yeah,
Florida
who knows?
Langostino garbage.
Like a big ass shrimp. It's just a big ass shrimp on a shell. We touched earlier during that thing about the debacle that's unfolding at our airports with TSA and the fact that they have now sent ICE into 14 different airports, I believe. It really is crazy, the element of just you could be working your job and not getting paid for it, and then they send other people in to do your job, and you've got to work side by side with them knowing that they're getting paid for doing your job that you're not getting paid for.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, read the room. Half of America right now sees them as fascist Gestapo.
Even if you don't agree, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're at the point, at some point, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Like, the branding and the PR for ICE has not been great over the last 6 months. So to think that you're somehow going to qualm the problem by sending them into airports, even if you fully support what they've done and what they're going to do, you've made people wait in long lines and be uneasy and pissed off about something else other than just the long line.
And this is both sides, by the way. Yeah. Democrats' failure, Republicans' failure, all sides' failure of the American people.
I did see, and it's not getting a lot of pub, I did see over the weekend that Elon put out a post and said, get in touch with me. I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to back pay all of the TSA agents. I'm willing to pay their salaries. And maybe it's a bad look for the government to lean onto an individual, but it just shows you, and again, he could be BSing, but if he's ready to cut a check, there should be nothing that stops anybody from doing that. Like, if you can get these people paid, get them paid, whether it's a strike to the ego of America or not.
How much government waste are we still flushing down the toilet where we can't just allocate funds to pay hardworking people like Maurice?
It is weird that somewhere along the line, somebody hasn't put a provision into a bill that if the government shuts down, we still pay the people that work. Like, it's crazy with as much as we're taxed and as much of a advanced society we are, especially this past calendar year, to go through multiple stretches where the people who are in charge of ensuring the safety of our airplanes, let us not forget 9/11, we go, we're going to not pay these people. And then guess what? If you don't show up, we're probably going to fire you. And at least last time, they ended up vilifying the TSA agents who weren't coming to work or were calling off sick. Like, it's just crazy that somebody out there hasn't been able to speak up and say, well, when and if this does happen, pay these people, pay anybody, pay everybody that works for the government.
Are the Coast Guard, are they still not being paid as well?
I'm not sure. I don't know the lines of, because I know we're partial technically, so I don't know the lines of who gets paid under a partial and who doesn't. But sticking with that same theme of airports and things not going well, an Air Canada regional jet struck a fire truck on the runway after landing at New York's LaGuardia Airport late Sunday night, crushing the nose of the plane, according to authorities. 2 people were killed. The person who was familiar with the situation telling the Associated Press, according to the spokesperson at LaGuardia, the pilot and co-pilot were killed. 41 people were transported and 32 were released. Have you seen the video yet?
No.
The video's out there now. And it's just kind of, like, I don't know how strong a plane is or isn't, but when you see the damage and destruction it caused, I would think that a plane could take the hit a little bit more. I mean, it was a big fire truck type vehicle, but I mean, it just decimated the first quarter of that plane, and I would have thought they could have taken a little bit more of a licking.
Yeah, I heard JP, and I had the same feeling of, like, mathematically, how does it even work? A plane's nose is so high, and a fire truck only comes up like that,
While we're just throwing things against the wall, I saw a tweet earlier that said, so into a fire truck, a plane is completely decimated, but yet flying through the Twin Towers, it made it all the way through the building, no problem. Just saying. Loose change. A major change is coming to SNAP benefits in Florida. You covering this today on
Doubtful.
Yeah. Doubtful that you are?
Yeah.
Is coming to soon to Florida, and it could impact what thousands of families are able to put on the table beginning April 20th. Certain sugary foods and ultra-processed desserts will no longer be eligible for purchase under the program. A move state leader says is aimed at improving nutrition, but local food banks say the shift may come with unintended consequences. They have approved the changes. The Florida lawmakers will ban the purchase of sugary drinks, candy, and certain desserts. It is, it's so weird because I used to not think twice about this argument because I just thought you're not working. You didn't. It's a nice thing that we're able to do for the people in our country that need a little bit of help, but let's just do it for the things that we need. I look at it a little bit more of a gray area these days, where I don't feel as strongly as you've got to take it from them. I just keeps coming back in my head of the unhealthy nature of our society right now, where we've made this country. We are the most obese. We are not doing things right in a bunch of different ways. So to think that you could be slowly killing yourself on the government's dollar or setting a child up for a life of issues by eating certain foods at the dollar of the government doesn't totally feel right.
That's exactly where I am. Hey, look, you want to buy your kids candy and sugary sodas and all that, great. You just can't use the money that the government is providing to do that, because the government is ensuring that you're going to at least try to buy healthy food.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, the other side of it too is when I think of all of the money that we give and all of the money that our government wastes on other things, I also get to a point where I go, who the hell cares what these people do with it? Like, we're flushing money down the toilet every day. True. I mean, what are they? They're asking for another $200 billion for this war, and it's like, but we're going to tell somebody, we're going to nitpick, what kind of soda you can drink, or
but no Pepsi for you. Yeah,
exactly. and that's the thing too, where it's like, there are people out there who would look at something like this and go, I don't want my money going to pay for ho-hos or fudge rounds for this type of person. But then those same folks would not go, I don't want my $200 billion to go to a war that I never asked for either.
Yeah.
So it's very pick and choose about how mad you want to be about where your tax dollars go.
Yeah, it seems weird to me to be like, no, they can't have any joys just because they're on hard times. And we should allow them to have any snacks because they're on hard times. That's effed up.
One of the most epic fights that I've ever been in forever was early days of Promo John with SBK, where we got into this. And I was much more steadfast in my beliefs then, where I just thought, of course we're not feeding. Like, you should get milk and eggs and bread and things that you need. And that was my take then. He was obviously far against it and more like what you're saying. And I do think about a kid who, do I think that you should be able to feed your kid, ho-hos every single night for dinner on the government's dime? No, but I hate the idea of a kid not being able to have a cookie or a Mountain Dew because his mom doesn't have a job or whatever it may be. So it's a very convoluted issue, I think, these days.
Long day at school, you come home and they're like, eat a slice of bread. Like, what? I want a little snack.
And a playing card with peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
Have you?
I'm sorry. You mentioned fudge rounds, and I just can't picture them in my head for some reason.
Oh, fudge rounds. And the reason I said that was because that Oliver Anthony guy had that lyric in his song about not wanting to pay for obese people to eat fudge rounds. Dude, they were the ones that two cookies. No. This is a Little Debbie.
Oh, maybe.
It's like 2 chocolate cookies with a chocolate fudge kind of mousse in the middle, and then there's like a lighter chocolate glaze over both sides of the over the cookie.
Okay, thank you. I do remember those. Thank you.
More of a definitely in the snack cake community.
I always get it confused with the EL fudge. Which was that was the Keebler family. Elf,
and those. What were those called too? They had the cookie with the drizzles on it.
Drizzle on one side, and then fudgy solid fudge on the backside.
Fudgy solid side
like all of us.
On the other side.
That's where we make fudge too, in our backside.
That is absolutely true. It's been a minute since we've been able to highlight a horny young teacher, but that all ends today. A disgraced Ohio school teacher has admitted to having twisted months-long sexual relationship with her 15-year-old student who she was bombarding with thousands of lurid texts declaring her love. Jamela Dobabi, a former teacher at Horizon Science School in Columbus, pled guilty to gross sexual imposition and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor in Franklin County. The 28-year-old was arrested in April of last year after the boy's aunt found the pair straight up getting down in the teacher's car. The 10th grader told police he and the teacher were in a relationship. They were kissing, touching, and swapping thousands and thousands of texts over the course of a couple months. Investigators found the flood of disturbing text on his phone, including many messages where the two consistently declared their love for one another. Dubabi was fired from her teaching position shortly after her arrest and hit with 2 counts of sexual battery. She faces 18 months behind bars when she is sentenced at an unknown date. Perfect example. 18 months potential. She'll probably never serve a day in jail.
Nope.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think a lot of these women do. I really don't. I mean,
15.
15 and she's 28. And so she was fired. The court reportedly recommended 5 years of community service, continued counseling, surrender her teacher license, and performing community service. She will also be required to register as a sex offender.
That's crazy. They don't do no jail time like a lot of them.
I think
that's true.
I don't know if it ends up being the disparity in age. I don't know if it ends up being how, but I mean, here it happened for a long period of time. They were in love. I always am curious. There's so many details we never get. We often never get a follow up of when these women are sentenced. And the other part is, I'd be interested to know how many do continue the relationship.
Oh. I've already been hit with a fine.
What's the most famous one of all time?
Mary Kay Letourneau and Vili Falafel. She's dead.
She was the OG horny teacher, got with the kid when he was super young, right?
Yeah,
like
13, 14.
They had a kid together.
Several.
And then after she went to prison, right? She went to prison, got out. They were in love. I mean,
oh man,
he raised the kids.
They stayed together. Like
tale as old as time.
They really did. It's the Romeo and Juliet thing wasn't connected to them, was it?
The Romeo and Juliet law, no, because that's the one that allows, I hate even saying this because it'll give people a green light, a 22-year-old to be with a 16-year-old legally in the state of Florida.
And it has something to do with the general premise of like them falling in love.
Yeah.
Like if they love each other as much as Romeo and Juliet did within a certain age parameter, we're just going to let them do their thing.
That's what the Romeo and Juliet thing? I thought it was like if you met her and you were 18, then you turned 19.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was.
It's close, but you could be 20 without ever having to be with them and be with like a 15-year-old. Which, by the way, did no one read Shakespeare? Romeo and Juliet die.
Yeah, they do. They what is it?
They're idiots.
Mass suicide type situation?
Yeah, he thought she took poison.
No, the other way around, right?
She thought he took poison. So she was like, oh my God, killed herself. Then he woke up. He's like, oh my God, Juliet's dead.
They should have rebranded
Spoiler.
it. But wait, was there an age disparity there? No, it was just more on the love.
The
part.
family, the forbidden,
right.
Montagues
so
and the
they
Capulets.
should pivot it and call it the Titanic law.
The Paul Walker law.
Yeah, or Paul Walker.
Sorry,
but I mean, Leo and Rose, they were very much in love. It was all above board. Nobody killed themselves. No suicide. I mean, sadly, there was not enough room on the door for Jack to live. But they died. They died loving each other.
Looked like there was plenty of room.
That is our American modern day Romeo and Juliet, in my opinion.
Titanic.
I think so.
I'm more of a Scotty and Abby fan.
Yeah. That is a love story as old as time.
Something's got a hold on me lately.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more joints to fire up. I want to touch on the flag football classic that involved Tom Brady and Logan Paul. I didn't realize there was so much to learn about flag football, and the fact that flag football, you could be great at it and know nothing about professional football. And if you're a great professional footballer, like not the other one, the American football.
The real football.
Yeah. You could suck at it. This was very interesting, and it told us a lot about what we can see one day in the Olympics. We'll touch on that and the state in which you're most likely to be abducted by aliens. Don't go anywhere. More joints on the way.
I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In St. Pete, an accident along northbound I-275 in Roosevelt has had the two left lanes blocked. Over in Temple Terrace, there's a crash along US 301 at Harney. Expect some delays coming into St. Pete from McGandy. Road construction's had that right lane blocked from the end of the bridge to 4th Street. This is Jim with traffic.
Spring is here, and it's time to level up at Crown Honda. The Honda Spring event is on, and the savings are in full bloom. Ready for an upgrade? Put a spring in your step with a new Honda Civic LX, $209 per month, or a new Honda Accord LX, $259 per month. Don't wait. Drive home your Honda today. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
Have you been told your car has negative equity? For a limited time, Brandon Honda will cover up to $5,000 of your negative equity. Plus, when you buy a new Honda from Brandon Honda, you're getting the #1 resale value brand in the country. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new CRV for just $229 per month. New Accords just $179 per month. Or get a brand new Civic for an incredible $169 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com. Call 813-575-7725 for complete details.
Hey, it's Drew Garabo for Achieva Credit Union. I'm so glad to be a member because of their fraud detection. I think that normally I'm smarter than any average scammer. You probably think the same thing, but they work on fear. They work on urgency, making you feel like if you don't give up your information immediately, you're going to be in trouble. Don't do it. Go with Achieva Credit Union. They will take care of you against these awful scammers. ACHIEV.ACU.com for more on Achieva Credit Union.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Stop searching and start saving at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. Limited time. A special selection of new Chevys from across the Southeast has arrived. One-time pricing below market value. The best models with the biggest savings will sell fast, so don't wait. Plus, we're paying top dollar for trades. Keep the cash or use it to upgrade and save even more. Don't miss your chance to upgrade for less. Visit Stingray Chevrolet.
To carry you further than you ever expected. To help you feel whole. Visit FloridaHeartExperts.com.
Hey, hockey fans, your friend Alex Flores here from Furman Chevrolet in Brandon. You know what a hat trick looks like. Speed, power, and finishing strong. That's exactly what you get with the Chevy Silverado. And right now, we're offering $15,000 off MSRP in combined manufacturer's incentives and Furman savings on select new 2026 Silverado trucks in stock. That's a game-winning deal. Furman Chevy in Brandon, where Tampa Bay drives winners. On Adamo Drive or online at FurmanChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring a check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry, this deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
A world of taste awaits at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay during the Food, Wine, and Garden Festival. Guests can sip and savor their way through flavorful eats and treats while enjoying 20 live concert performances, all included with park admission. The Food, Wine, and Garden Festival returns Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays now through May 10th, 2026.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Mostly clear tonight, mild in the mid-60s. We go partly cloudy on Tuesday. Could be a few showers developing, primarily across our inland counties, and high temps in the low to mid-80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Welcome back to Senning Show. You're in the midst of John's Joints. We light up the news of the day with some nugs of life every afternoon in the 3 o'clock hour. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. That is Drew Garabo. Did you hear the dude from Eden call up? So we got... we were talking. I've told you about this show, Neighbors, on HBO. The most recent episode, we were talking about it because it's a dude who lives in California and he's out in his driveway working out in his thong all the time, and his neighbors hate him and he's fighting with the whole community. So he starts looking for places to move. Well, don't you know that's Pasco County?
Of course.
So he comes to Pasco and he stays at a resort, Eden.
The RV resort.
The RV resort. He stays there for like a week and he's deciding if he wants to live there. So he's singing karaoke, he's doing all these things, and I said, I know there's somebody out there listening from this Eden, and a dude called up, and of course he was in the HBO special, and said he's also come out and done the karaoke, the Caliente's Got Talent.
Yeah, he's cool. I've met him.
Oh, you know who he is?
Yeah, he's given me his card before.
The guy, does he always do I'm Too Sexy?
Yes.
Are we talking about the same guy?
I think so.
Well, do you remember his name? Was it Rich?
Was it Rich?
I don't know. But either way, yeah, the good representation. I guess I didn't realize that Pasco County was considered the naturalist center of at least the United States, if not the entire world.
It is Mecca. You've got Eden, Paradise Lakes, Caliente, and there are like one or two more out
the
there.
list they brought in the special on HBO, they said 11, and Diz found one that said there's 14.
Yeah.
14 naturalist communities and or resorts in Pasco County.
I mean, why?
Yeah, I don't. Probably because of
Horny
the nothing.
people.
Yeah, because of the nothingness. I think maybe.
All right.
Like there's
beautiful.
Maybe there's something to it, but yeah, this guy is a trip, dude. When the girl wasn't texting him back and he started losing his mind. I'd be curious to know if you know the other girl that's featured in it, because that guy said that he did. So I'm thinking she must hang around the naturalist community.
You know her name?
I know that she's
Amanda,
a rapper.
I think?
Amanda. Yeah. I know her name's Amanda.
Yeah, totally. I know exactly.
Well, she's a rapper.
Yep.
Oh,
like brown hair, a little bit on the thick side.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly who she is. She comes out and does karaoke all the time.
Oh, you got to get her on the show for
my
us.
God.
She's super nice. Like kind of cute.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, because she starts going on like dates with this like 70-some-year-old man. And she openly says that she's looking for a sugar daddy to fund her music career and all of this. And yeah, it's a crazy watch. Oh damn! So she's a
Jessica Simpson heels.
Yeah,
dude. Those
in the community.
Those sugar daddies, that they're big out there. There's a guy who invented the software that the Easy Pass runs on. I don't want to be mean, but the guy looks like the missing link. I mean, he has never shaved nor waxed his body hair.
Oh wow!
It is something to see, and he's always got these young, cute girls with them.
Oh, because he's rich.
And finally, I asked one of them one time, like, what's up with that? Turns out he doesn't want anything sexual. He just is a proponent of naturalism or whatever, and just wants them to be naked all the time around him.
Yeah, this guy, I thought he was going to be more of a sex creep, but he really I think this guy in the show was just lonely. He eventually, I've given the whole show away today, but he asks her to move in with him at some point after like 2 days.
Amanda?
Yeah. And she's like a main fixture in the episode, in the storyline.
Oh, I got to see this.
Yeah, but the music video is just something else. Have you ever seen the music video?
No.
Oh, damn. I mean, she's a rapper, and she has very raunchy, very raunchy videos. And yeah, it's
she's like at a construction yard just twerking on things. It's so weird.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Now since we've gone down this, I want to see if I can find the clip that we played earlier of her. So they go to this restaurant somewhere, I imagine in Pasco County.
Yeah.
And
is it a nicer restaurant?
Yeah.
That's got to be Stonewater.
It's very, very little. Like I don't know if that means anything to you, but this place looks like a hole in the wall in a like a complex, like a strip mall.
Yeah.
And then he's 70-some years old, and she starts playing him her rap video.
Yeah, that made World Star Hip Hop.
Really?
Just let me show you. Shake that ass, shorty, as if you was getting paid.
Oh my God. How do you stretch your legs like that?
How do you stretch your legs?
Put it on and make him pose.
Do you understand that goes back 10,000 years?
What?
Amanda, when a man
Amanda.
stops thinking about sex, they're done. They die within 5 years. They're gone. They're finished. Kaput.
die. And most people die. Most people in this room will die. Most people in this room
Stop
won't
saying
die.
that.
Dude, it is the most cringe. It's like sometimes I watch it and I feel like it's If I Think You Should Leave was a reality show.
That's a good point.
Because it's so absurd and some of the moments are so cringeworthy that it's just I don't know that I remember a reality show making me crawl in my own skin the way that it does.
You guys get to talk to the Cali crew at Down to Bowl.
Oh yeah, dude, the best.
Like what a bunch of warm, great people.
They're the Mr. Fitzwell always just
Fitzwell rules
dude.
And Schmitty, who I had you talk to for a minute. You guys and your love for wrestling.
Dude,
he is a wrestler.
Dude, I said you look like you could get in the ring. You look like you could get in the ring right now.
He's 60.
Oh damn.
Right?
Dude, if I could be looking like that at 60.
Same. He's a legend.
I wonder who'd win between him and Scotty.
I don't know. I don't think Scotty's been in. Scotty's big, but I don't know that he's ever been in a fight.
He doesn't seem like a fighter guy at all.
Lover, not a fighter.
Normally when we're talking about a DUI, that's means one specific thing. At least that's what we think of. But this one, a little bit something different to it. An accused hit and run driver has been charged with DUI after troopers said that the driver had white residue around his mouth and an empty can of
Finish the story. My bad.
Yeah. I could see where you thought this was going. And an empty can of electronic duster inside his vehicle.
Walking on sunshine,
This
baby.
program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Same page.
She just inhales the whole thing.
Here we go. Poor thing. She was so smart and pretty before the duster got her.
What takes you down the duster avenue? Like, I don't know what would be worse, like being on crack or something else, but like what brings you to duster? It's got to just be ease of finding it. Like there's just so many drugs in the world. Like you could be doing dabs. You could be doing something.
Hippie crack.
All of those things.
No, that's what it is, right?
Oh,
They
no, I
call
think the
dusters
hippie crack is
Whippets.
That's Whippets. Well, to get those drugs, you've got to find a drug dealer. To get duster, you have to go to Office Max.
Wait, that is true. Wait, is the duster the same as the whippet?
I thought it is.
No.
There's
What's the difference?
Nitrous.
That's nitrous.
Oh, yeah.
Hippie crack is nitrous.
You're right.
The inhalant that is in duster is
liquefied gas.
CO2.
Oh my gosh. No, it's just nothing you've ever heard of.
what is it? Phenylmetal.
Dilafluorothane.
Yeah.
And tetrafluorothane.
When I was in Canada, I worked at the place called Factory Direct. It was in Oshawa. Oshawa was like a real crackhead city. And we were working, and my manager called me over because this lady was passed out. He goes, come check the security thing. She huffed a can, and we had to call the ambulance because she passed out. She woke up before the ambulance got there. I'm like, ma'am, you got to stay. She goes, I'm good. She left, went into the other aisle, huffed again, passed out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it is obviously
Addictions.
very, very addictive in a bunch of different ways. A trooper with the Florida Highway Patrol said that he was traveling northbound California Street, approaching Sandusky and Spring Hill, saw a black Ford F-150 driving recklessly and passing in a no passing zone. So they end up getting him pulled over into a private driveway. That's when the driver took off and crashed immediately into a handrail on the side of the road. When the driver, who has since been identified as Dennis Donald Johnson, tried to leave again, he was arrested. The trooper said he showed severe signs of impairment and had that white residue all around his mouth. And while taking inventory of the vehicle, troopers reported finding 2 cans of electronic duster in the front passenger seat, along with the Walmart receipt. One of the cans, according to the troopers, was empty, and there was saliva all around the opening.
Oh, man.
He was arrested for hit and run and DUI.
Is it the same feeling you think when we used to get those tests in school that were mimeographed? If you guys remember those, and you'd huff the ink real quick, like you get the test check.
It does feel like huffing really had a moment, because like when I remember growing up, I know there were kids that were huffing gas,
Markers.
they were huffing markers. So I imagine it's similar, but they're taking the duster right in the mouth, like you're taking that right to the lungs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's probably
straight to the face, baby.
Yeah. Hitting the pen is probably the light version of going full duster.
Yeah.
I could see the look of confusion on your face when I said mimeograph because I'm old. It is a low-cost stencil-based duplicator. So, like, they didn't have copy machines. So,
Or because we would just had a pencil. Like, you'd have to pencil in the hole. on a test.
Oh, those are standardized testing.
Right.
Yeah, this was like the teacher would run the test through the mimeograph to make copies for everybody, and when you got it, the ink was like still fresh, so you could like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, those are the good old days, dude. Those are the good old days.
Make America great again.
Maha, make America huff again. Even 3 years removed from the game, Tom Brady looks like he's still got it. He highlighted the first ever Fanatics Flag Football Classic on Saturday in Los Angeles. Had to be moved because, go figure, Saudi Arabia is not very safe these days. And the 48-year-old was still throwing darts. He was surrounded by current and former NFL players, as well as the U.S. national flag football squad. And there were some cool moments. Gronk pulled a hammy after a big catch and a touchdown. Brady had a great dime right to Stephon Diggs that is being shared like crazy. Everyone's like, he's still got it. He's still got it. But I knew that we were building up, I believe, to flag football in the Olympics. So they had the pro flag football players in this tournament with the NFL players. And hearing the discussion on when it does happen in the Olympics, it might not be full of NFL players because these flag football players, it's a completely different game. Dude, you got to go and watch some of the highlights of the flag football players because, first of all, speed is the number one thing. Like, the speed that these guys have is faster than almost any other NFL player, and they practice so much on their hip movement and their ability to drop up and down. Like, when you see these guys, the professional flag football players running through a crowd, like, they do this thing where they almost go all the way to their knees when they cut through a space because nobody can get their flags. They're out there playing. They're playing like a different sport. And the speed is such a big factor in what the flag football players do, because especially with a guy like Brady who doesn't have it, you get to the quarterback, you got his flag. And those guys just don't get their flags taken. It's cool to see, but I don't think that when the day comes that's going to be the ultimate American football team. I think it's going to be a bunch of people nobody's ever heard of.
Go ahead.
How do the rules work with like blitzing and stuff? Because when we played, you'd have to
One
do like
Mississippi, two Mississippi.
count it as fast as you can. Do they have certain rules?
That's a great
Probably
question.
get one blitz every 4 downs, maybe. And other than that, you got to count 5 Mississippi. And then people would go, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's like, it's Mississippi.
Brady played well, but his squad was blown out by Team USA football 43-16.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, these flag football players are just on another level. And it's the way they move, like their whole training and the way that they approach the game is in movements that helps you avoid your flag getting taken. You know, where you can power through a hole in football, you can't do that in flag football. You've got to just be wild with the way you move your body.
We seem surprised, but it's the same argument you would have if rugby or football players went the other way. You go, they wouldn't be successful because they're used to different sets of rules, body builds, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, same fundamentals, different nuances.
Yeah. It's cool to see Brady out there. And I saw people saying if Phillip Rivers came back and did what he could do in a pinch, I would think that Brady could get back out there. Again, not a full season, but if it came down to it, he'd probably be better than at least a quarter of the NFL quarterbacks playing right now.
Fair to say that in this flag football tournament, the Brady's team, the guys who are playing, they're going out like 30%.
Yeah,
they're not going
of course. You would think. I did see, I guess it wasn't already locked in, but on the heels of the Logan Paul Brady thing, there were reports all over the wrestling websites today that the WWE is in talks with Brady to have to have some sort of role in WrestleMania.
God, that's going to be annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, I also can't see him doing anything. Like I don't think he's not going to take a. He's not going to take a body slam. I think he maybe comes
it'd
out
be a corner man,
Yeah.
like Cyndi Lauper in WrestleMania 1.
But I think we brought it up on Friday. I could see like somebody getting onto him and then having Gronk come out and defend his honor or something. Yeah. But now Gronk's got the torn hammy. I don't know if he's going to want to go out there and chop it up with Logan Paul either.
Because we saw Gronk at the WrestleMania in Orlando.
Yeah.
I stuck around for that. Oh, yeah, dude. He was Shane McMahon was wrestling.
He left before this happened.
I did not. I was there. I have a picture
that what
of
you
it.
Saw? Okay.
Yeah, and then I left. Wasn't it Shane O'Mac and some other schmuck?
No.
He wasn't there.
No, he was, but he stayed for the first match, I think, and then did leave.
He left.
It was some sort of.
I get it.
It was. I think it was when they were doing the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They used to kick the show off with that.
Yeah.
It might have even been the pre-show, to be honest with you. I think it was the pre-show.
I think it might have.
It was the anthem. He's like, all right, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Paid $50 for parking.
I was gonna say. I think you said you stayed more. You were in the parking lot longer than you were in the in the stadium.
Yeah, my son and I, we looked at each other. I'm like, "Are you feeling this?" He's like, "No." Are you feeling this? No.
You're like, "Gay."
Well, the good news is that if you can't find yourself at least mildly interested in WrestleMania, there's no hope for wrestling ever. So you did you figured that out. That was a way to test if there's any way, and if you can't be captivated by the granddaddy of them all, then there's no hope.
Just not in me. Did you and my brother-in-law have some good wrestling chat?
We did. We really did. I love talking to him, and we're both kind of in the same place. Did find out that Britt Baker is no longer his dentist anymore, which is
very upset.
I would be too. Do not go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is headed your way in mere moments. Mo back in today.
As far as I know.
Drew and Mo reunited. We will be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Thank you to everybody who watched, listened, participated. Have to say thank you to Scotty for bombarding through the door. I didn't know he was coming in, and I did think he was. He scared me for a second.
Was it running?
Oh, I was trying to call him on the phone. He said he was going to be. He said he would take my call, and he wasn't answering. And then the door just busted open, veins popping out of necks and everything. So thank you to Mike Alta, depending on who you are, for calling as well. We'll see you tomorrow at 1. Judge Juicy at 2 o'clock. Have a great night. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. Thank you, Diz. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Elysian Space Dust IPA presents New Metal Mayhem. Friday night, April 24th at Janus Live, featuring Crawling, a tribute to early Linkin Park. Got the Life, the Korn tribute. And Nookie, a Limp Bizkit tribute. And it's all just $10.25. You can't beat that. Head to theboneonline.com for more info on tickets and how you can get free tickets from Elysian Space Dust IPA at 102.5 The Bone. So insecure! Thanks a lot for making me do that. Special thanks to Clean Earth Systems. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our two main problems are in Pinellas. An accident along northbound I-275 at Roosevelt has had the 2 left lanes blocked. Also expect some slowdowns if you're coming into St. Pete from the Gandy Bridge. Road construction has had the right lane blocked from the radio towers to 4th Street. This is Jim with traffic.
A man hit on his way to work filed a $10,000 claim. Denied. After 5 surgeries, Farah and Farah fought for him and won a $2.2 million verdict. Let him cook, Tampa.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Ken Gainley Kia has more new inventory than any Kia dealer in Tampa. And here's why that matters. Ever go to a big box store and buy in bulk to save big? Ken Gainley Kia does the same thing, but with new Kias. We buy more, so we save more, and we pass the savings to you. Lease the new 2025 Kia K4 EX for just $99 per month for 36 months with $24.99 due at signing. Ken Gainley Kia NewportRichie.com. Savings so good, you'll look for free samples on the way out.
See dealer for details. All leases through KMF. 10,000 miles per year included, plus tax, title, and dock fee. No security deposit required. Offer expires 3/31/26. Stock number E154947.
The price of gold is soaring, and the price of silver is near record highs. If you've got gold or silver just laying around, a state's
Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed. Just walk in, get a free appraisal, and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware, stamped 925.